Like, comment, share, subscribe, you heard me?
Yeah, you know it. So stuck, man. Yeah. To the gang, man.
They know me in DC, they know me in VA. You know I got shot out the DMV. Zaza Genetics, New Jersey.
Gang. What up? QCE, man. QCE, episode 12, I believe. I believe it's episode 12. What's good, gang? Let's make sure we get everybody in here. Share the live. Share the live, man. Look at the chat, man. Let's see the chat. Wow. What's good, Panero Observer? PM Worm Grower. What up? My brother Grant Dwayne in the building. We don't got no co-host today, man. My co-host didn't show. Why do I keep muting my mic by mistake? I'm trying to. There we go. My co-host ain't show up today, man. Hey, I don't know. Somebody say, what happened to 703? He didn't show up for work today. What y'all on, man? Episode 12, I believe, man. QCE The Podcast. We here, man. We got some cannabis news. We got some Breeder University news. All right, first of all, before we start, I'm sure he's doing fine, Observer. I'm sure he's doing fine. Maybe working or something. Who knows? Y'all go find him, man. Y'all go find him, tell him he didn't show up to work. And he got fired on his day off. Shout out to the chat, Curly. What up, Curly? Damn, I should have got some good ones. Y'all make sure y'all share the live. Let's get some people up in here. Donna said, where beef or earth? I don't know, Donna. He told you to meet him here? At the end of the day, y'all stuck with me. He told you to meet him here and he didn't pull up. Listen, I know the guy. I've been absent. Well, I was here last week, but I was absent the week before that and the week before that. So, who knows what took place when I was gone? Make sure y'all share the live. Yeah, I'm familiar with that name. I know the guy on Team Zaza. What's good, y'all? Share the live. Let's get some. Let's roll up. Let's roll up. And let's crack off episode. Send myself an email real quick. I'm just sending myself an email real quick, chat. All right. Yeah, 703 must have heard us because he Grant the word all the way from New Zealand, man. Much love. Thank you for the super chat, Grant. You always supporting, man. Thank you. Much love, man. I appreciate the super chat. Every episode, we got a goal of 10 super chats. That is the first one. Thank you for supporting. We do likely take pride in being the first real monetized cannabis podcast. So thank you for your support, man. Thank you for the super chats. Let's get it, man. 703, get your AI in here. Let's get some more people in here, too. We only got 15 in here right now, which partly is my fault because I haven't done any YouTube videos. I've been so busy, bro. I've been building a curriculum. I'm building a school, man. I'm building an online college, and I'm gonna tell y'all a story. This is funny. So initially, before Breeder University came about, how it actually even was born was I needed to revamp the Patreon, right? People would, hey, oh, can we do a seed club? Can we do a seed club? So I'm like, all right, boom, I'll bring you guys a seed club. And you know, me, I started messing around with the Patreon and doing stuff, and then I said, nah, this is just not it. The typical, boring, uneducated seed club that's usually for new people who really know nothing, right? They come in and they got these seed clubs, $30 a month or whatever it is, and you get some seeds each month and a whole bunch of bro knowledge to come with it. And it's several of them out there. They all the same, all ran by a whole bunch of pollen chuckers and uneducated so-called breeders, right? And I said, nah, we're gonna do this thing. Let's put Patreon away for a second, and let's really revamp and really rethink how we plan on bringing something to the community. And man, I started to do my thing, and next thing you know, I was building a school, man. And it's been some long nights. I'm having fun though, man. I'm building an entire curriculum. We got 8-week course of Cultivation 101 or Cult 101 done. We got Breeding or Gene 101 is which I'm working on now. We got Team Zaza in the background running through the course. So I really wanted to see how fast they can get through the weeks. First course is an 8-week course, and they pretty much right on time. So they're not able to really go past it. They're not able to speed past. And it's taking them a general average time that it would take a college student to run through a real college course. So I'm gonna guesstimate about 30 days, man. We'll be ready for student orientation to actually accept students in to take this course, man. So I'm excited. I hope you guys applied to Breeder University. Everybody won't be accepted, but I've been working hard on the courses, man. Team Zaza, they love the course. They're having fun with it. Just know it's real online college, man. Everything you can expect with a real online college. It's no seed club. It's no little grow class. It's a real online college with courses, modules, rubrics, essays, quizzes, weekly discussions, you know, all of that stuff, man. There's 703. Be on shortly, gang. Parking the tow truck now. Yeah, so I'm excited, man. I hope you guys are applied and ready to go, man. Breeder University, the doors will be open in about 30 days, man. We're going through some trademark legalities right now, trademarking, and we're doing what we got to do business-wise, right? We got it, and eventually we'll be a official private vocational school, online vocational school, a real school. I'm building you guys a real school, man. It's about QCE, quality, community, and education. We bring quality to this community through education, man. And I'm bringing you the first peer-to-peer home grow, breeding, and growing school for us, by us. Each one teach one, peer-to-peer learning environment. Brought to you by your boy. And I'm working hard in the background, man. They said, Zai, why don't you, we're waiting on your book. We're waiting on your book. Don't worry about it. I'm building a school where we can put all the books, where we can collect all the books. I have a whole bunch of books in there. We're building a library. Right now, I'm building a virtual library that's consistent with the course material throughout your modules. We're going over and beyond, man. And we're doing it for y'all, man. I hope y'all enjoy. I hope y'all appreciate. I hope you applied, man. I hope you ready for Breeder University, man. I hope you guys are ready. Observer, if they have the females and just getting in males to stud from other people, it's pretty easy to drop that frequently. You can't be coming with new stuff every month. You definitely pollen chucking. There you go. Oh, you replying to what Observer said about the pollen chucking. He said if they have the females and just getting in males to stud from other people, it's pretty easy to drop that. No, see, but that's what I'm saying. Y'all, this is where lack of education comes in. Observer dropped a really good statement, and you try to rebuttal his statement with bro knowledge, right? No. Listen to what he said. He said you can't just make a whole bunch of strains without it being pollen chucking. And you tried to debunk that with bro knowledge. No. What are you talking about? It's still pollen chucking. Just because you got a whole bunch of males coming in, no. You have to grasp the concept and understand what selective breeding is. And it's not just taking in males and throwing them to females. That's not how it works, dude. You have to actually key in on selection and inheritable traits. You don't have time to fix or lock in inheritable traits when you're just throwing males and not looking at the inheritable traits in the first place. It's pollen chucking, dude. So don't try to correct the Observer and debunk what he said. No, and then you put an at on it. Like, you want to be specific with your bro knowledge. So I'm going to put an at on you. Potent puds, I guess. Potent puds. No, that information is incorrect. Your reply is incorrect. How do they have time to select for both traits if they just taking them in? You're not making sense. How can they have time to select if they just taking in male plants? You just said it. Just getting in male plants to stud from other people. Let me tell you something. Before Dead Ops OG won all of those first place awards this year and last year, I put in 6 years of selective breeding. On a strain, 5 is debatable. 5 years of selective breeding on a strain that didn't have any undesirable traits to begin with. Think about that. I didn't have any herms. I didn't have any bad stunted. I didn't have any of that. But still, in order to fix traits and drive a strain in the direction I wanted to go, I had to select over time. It takes time. You just don't throw in, like, this shit is not like that. It's not that simple. They got a male from another breeder that has been selected. How can one person select for something for another person? It makes no sense. Stop. Yo, dude, stop putting out bro knowledge and stop coming on the most educated stream to put out bad information. Dude, don't go back and forth with me when you don't know what you're talking about. You're not making sense. You're not making sense. Dude, stop going back and forth with me about something you're not educated with. How is it pollen? I just told you how it's pollen checking because they don't have the time to properly select a breed. If you understood or grasped the concept of selection and what it required, then you would stop doing this. No, you don't. I just pointed it out. You want to know what you're talking about, and you're in front of a whole bunch of people. All right, so let me ask you this, since you know what you're talking about. Let me ask you this. If I get a strain from a person, you said they selected it. Cool. They selected it for their own personal reasons. If I'm a breeder, I'm selecting to drive the strain in whatever direction I want it to go in. If I'm a breeder and I take in someone else's work and I don't touch it, like you said, oh, it's already been done by somebody else, so I just throw it on. It's not I did no work. What work has been done? So let me give you an example how it would be properly done. Mr. Know-It-All, you take the strain from the person who was working, and then you open up the population so you can select something customized and personal to fit you. But that takes time. And that's just one parent. That's just half. Then you got another parent you got to deal with. And the same thing. You open it up, you find the right selection based on your preference. It takes time. Could take generations. Who knows? Then on the way, you might bump into something you don't like. Or you might bump into something that you love, right? And this is my point. Whether you like it or you love it, it's an inheritable trait. Once you determine you don't like it, or once you determine you do like it, you need to then isolate it. That takes time. You don't just throw a male on a female. That's matchmaking. That takes no skill. Anybody can do it. It's a backyard breeder that owns a puppy mill, right? The puppies aren't healthy. They get bred every week. They're not being fed right, but they make puppies. They don't have good, desirable traits. So let's talk about Bodie, you saying his selected pollen. What? I'm ignoring. All right, let's move on to news, man. I'm not about to get trolled by no trolls, man. You want to ask some questions that I don't even know what you're talking about, man. Let's get into the news, man. It's episode 12. Thank y'all for rocking with us, man. I love you guys, man. This is QCE, the podcast. What trait are you looking for in your males? Go watch my video, how to select males properly. Go watch it. And after you watch it, go apply to Breeder University. There's no guarantee I'm going to let you in because you got a lot of shaky questions. But cross your fingers, expect the worst, but hope for the best. Hope for the best and expect the worst. Cross your fingers and apply. That's all I'm going to tell you. Or go watch that video. I ain't entertaining you, man. You're not here to test me. I know this shit. You don't pop quiz me. You don't have the answers to even question me. So what you want to do? You want me to question you? I'm going to question you. Potent buds. How do you expose recessive traits? ABC question. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead. We're giving them the Jeopardy theme song. That's your time frame. Jeopardy theme song on the clock. Ready? Go. All right. I gave him more than 10 seconds. I'm gonna let him in. I just giving him a hard time, but I'm gonna let him in for sure. He need you right about that. All right, so I'm waiting. Let me see. The most easiest ABC question. Back cross, wrong. You see? Stop acting like you know what you're talking. That was I asked you what's 1 + 2, and you told me 3. It's not 3, bro. Your answer is incorrect. And that's just an example of me showing you I asked you the most simplest, easiest question when it comes to breeding. Mr. Know-It-All, you self-proclaimed Mr. Know-It-All about breeding. I asked you the ABC 1, 2, 3, and you give me the wrong answer. Carry on. Carry on. I gave you the easiest question I could think of, dude. Let's let it go now. Me and you don't got to go back and forth. The only back and forth me and you need to do is in a classroom setting so you can learn this shit. You can learn this shit, bro. All right? Moving on. All right, man. Is your smoke, your flower, do you know what's in it? What's in your weed? The label doesn't tell you much. New studies suggest. Brian Keegan, an assistant professor of information science at CU Boulder, waters hemp plants grown in a greenhouse on campus for research purposes. Labels like indica, sativa, and hybrid, commonly used to distinguish one category of cannabis from another. Tells consumers little about what's in their product and could be confusing or misleading, suggests a new study of nearly 90,000 samples across 6 states. Published May 19th in the journal, the research constitutes the largest analysis to date of the chemical composition of marijuana products. It finds the commercial labels do not consistently align with the observed chemical diversity of the product. The authors are now calling for a weed labeling system akin to the Food and Drug Administration's Nutritional Facts Panel for Food. Our findings suggest that, hold on. Freaking dogs are so annoying, man. Our findings suggest that the prevailing labeling system is not an effective or safe way to provide information for these products, said co-author Brian Keegan, an assistant professor at the Information Science of CU Boulder. This is a real challenge for the industry that is trying to professionalize itself. 2022 marks the 10th anniversary of the legalization of recreational marijuana in Colorado and Washington, the first 2 states to permit adult use. Over that time, the industry has grown into a multi-billion-dollar one, with sativa strains are generally associated with energetic, while indica strains are associated with relaxing or couch lock. Now, this is the debate, and it's been a long, ongoing debate. I've had several classes over the years, several debates over the years. When it comes to this topic, Pandra, hope you well, sissy. Yeah, man. Shout out to you too, Law. Much love, man. Red Dead Redemption on the way. And because it's a dead op cross, any dead ops crosses will have a spot on Team Zaza website when we officially create the seed bank page. All dead ops crosses, any line bred crosses will have a spot on the dead ops seed bank page. I mean, on the team Zaza Genetics. I can't even remember my name. Zaza Genetics seed bank page. So just know that, man. If you're working on a dead ops cross, my focus is always line breeding. My team's focus is line breeding. Any strains that you see coming out of our camp are dead ops focus, dead ops crosses. We're all these strains are line breeds, line bred strains, focusing on one particular all-star in the line. The foundation is dead ops. It's a foundation line. It's a line breed. It's a blood line, and it's based on dead ops. So when you see 703 or Gold Bear Genetics or Tulaw or King Mike or all of these different students and Team Zaza members and supporters coming with these new strains, don't say, hey, how you making all these strains? Are you pollen chucking? No. First of all, I created this educational thing here in this community because pollen chucking was very normal when I came around. It still is. Second, Make sure that you understand the education of selective breeding before you take on any information that's untrusted, like information that dude was trying to pass out. What's his name? He probably left. See, once people realize that nobody's paying attention to the misinformation and they're not they're not found to be useful, right? People always want to be useful. That was the thing when with this community when I stepped in. They want to prove themselves to be the smarty art guy, smarter than you guy, because that's the way they could sell you some shit, right? If I could appear to be so smart, then I could market these seeds to you as very special. But the difference is that when I came in, I was actually giving the information out freely and abundantly over the internet, over lives, over YouTube. So I had not only the talk, but I had the walk. And it caused a lot of pollen chuckers and people who really wasn't talking the talk or really wasn't walking the walk. It put them in a position where, you know, people kind of looking at them weird now. You said how to hold down a trait. That's the answer, Dink. And that's language. Language is hard, people. Let me tell you, the ABCs of Breeder University. When it comes to breeding, learning how to fill out a pedigree. Second, language. Heterozygosity, homozygosity, alleles, right? All of these different languages. I just asked the question of this, and this is why language gets tricky for the inexperienced. This is why language is important when you learning to become experienced, because you got somebody like this who's inexperienced, but they'll try to pass off misinformation to you. But see, when you got language and you got experience and a strong foundation, they can't do that, right? Listen, he didn't even grasp the concept or pick up the question because of the language he lacks. He lacks understanding of the language we speak. It's like me speaking a foreign language, asking you a question. I asked him a simple question. How do you expose recessive traits? You know what he heard? In his inexperienced, non-educated self, he heard, how do you hold traits down? Did I ask that? First of all, I don't even know what that means. I never even heard her hold traits down. So I don't know where you're getting your language from, right? But it's not Breeding University. It's not no scholarly article. It's not a video. It's not a reliable resource. You just making shit up. And let me tell you something about the educated who has a strong foundation. You can't just make shit up and pass it off for us to agree with. Nah, we take this seriously. Listen, do you hear me when I say I'm building a school, dude? You barking up the wrong tree, man. Let me tell you something. Go waste your time. You're not wasting my time, because in each back and forth, there's education from my audience. So they get to learn if they don't. But if you really want to entertain somebody, because you're not entertaining me, go to one of the pollen chuckers, bro, and ask these questions to them. See the response that you get. Because even if you get a hot response from me, even if I come at you hot, I'm answering your uneducated ass question to give you a good answer. Even if you don't like my delivery, you better be appreciative of the blessing that's in the lesson. You understand? But picture jewels being handed to an innocent child. Bum shit. They ain't gonna know what to do with it. The question was simple. How do you expose recessive traits? Listen here. I don't know what you're talking about when you said, you asked me how to hold down traits. Shut up, bum. Dingus, shut up, bum. I'm only calling you a name because you called me a name. It's just my shit just seemed a little bit more effective because I got the stage. You're not gonna win here, man. I'll entertain you. We got 3 hours at least. But understand that this is the stage, man. So we can either walk you along the stage and pass you your diploma, or we could hold you by the back of your neck and walk you out the back door aggressively and put a foot in your ass on the way out. It's up to you, bro. Don't give a fuck. I do this shit because it's what I do. I don't do this shit because I have to. I do this shit because I love doing it. I teach because I love teaching. I'm a real teacher. I've been teaching since 17 years old. Let's carry on. Dingus. I don't even know what that means. You pretty bad with all other language. You definitely incompetent when it comes to breeding language. So where'd you get this big word from? Dingus. I didn't give you enough credit in the beginning when I called you illiterate, when I called you breeding illiterate and language incompetent. I wasn't giving you credit. And then you come with this big word, dingus. You smarter than I thought. You just dumb as shit when it comes to breeding. But dingus seems like a pretty cool word. So back to what I was saying, because he can't make me lose my focus. Back to what I was asking. It's a topic that we always been teaching, a debate that we've always had. Sativa versus indica. Is it a real thing? Or is it just some bro knowledge shit that was made up a long time ago and people like Dingus potent buds? People like Dingus over here just run with it. Just run with it. You just run with it, man. Just run with it. And make sure you understand that we're not here to hold your hand. We're not here to make friends. We're not here to do none of that. So if you came in this bitch thinking, man, you got me twisted, bro, you better go over there to one of them bum-ass content creators that's shucking jive and put on clown suits and dance around. You better go play. I don't play with that. You want to know why you don't see me at none of these events? Because I don't want to get into that with nobody. I'm not the type to be fake or fake it till I make it. If I got an issue with you, I'm going to address it. If I got something to say to you, I'm going to say it in your face, online, behind the scenes. So I don't deal with that. I'm not friends with none of these people. My family is Team Zaza and my supporters. If you don't support me, I don't support you. And I'm definitely not your friend if I don't know you. We don't do that. All right? So if you thought, and the point that I'm trying to make, if you thought you was going to come in here and you mistake this from one of them average content creators you see on Twitch, or you see, we not that. Go ask them. They'll tell you I'm not that. They'll tell you I'm a crash out. But they'll also tell you I'm one of the most talented, intelligent, capable people that they know, whether they like it or not. So go over there with that, bro. They uneducated. They ask the questions and I answer them. So don't come over here wasting time. Go over there. Ask them questions over there. Those ignorant ass questions. All right. So back to what I was saying. QCE. Kurt, what up? Will my Sonic be considered a chucker? Masonic. Listen, I'm not here to point. Listen, this is not no personal shit, right? I'm not here to point no. I don't give a fuck what that dude do. The only reason I'll be able to answer that question is because you came in this bitch and asked it. I don't know dude. I don't follow dude. I don't look for him. I don't pay attention to what other people got going on. So I don't know if a motherfucker's a pollen chuck unless they come in this bitch passing off bro knowledge, unless they come in my circle interrupting what I'm doing or trying to pass bad information to my audience. Then you woke up to. But nah, do I pay attention to what people doing on my time off? No. I don't know people. I'm not interested in people. I've never heard of people. I don't know, dude. So nah, I don't know, dude. You got to take the information that you learned from me and go answer that question yourself. I give you all the tools to answer that question yourself. I give you all the tools, bro. I don't like that type of stuff. Don't try to create drama. This is not the type of drama channel, bro. One thing about me, I'm a real person too. So even pollen chuckers got to make a living, right? They still got kids and family to feed. I'm not here to get personal with the shit and take money out of people's pockets. Nah, I'm here to educate y'all so y'all can make the best decisions. Hence the word educate you so you can go make the best. Don't try to tell me, yo, go do your dirty work. The fuck? Don't try to get me to put out some drama-filled information about another person on my live and on my... That's not what I do, bro. When the fuck you heard me bringing up somebody personal? Don't do that, bro. Go do that yourself. Go take the information I gave you for free and make a good decision. That's it, bro. Y'all got to stop with the bullshit, bro. I'm going to check that shit every time.
What up? What up?
You think that, bro?
You hear me?
Yo, what up, Seven?
What up? What up? Sorry I'm late, guys.
No, you good, man.
Work was crazy today. I ain't even get time to take a shower. You see, I still got all the car dirt on my head, man. I just changed clothes real quick for y'all.
I mean, if you want to go take a shower, whatever, we hold it down. You got a 3-hour show, man.
Hey, I'm good. Just don't mind the dirt on my forehead. You know what I'm saying?
What the hell? You was lifting trucks up? What the fuck was you doing?
I was towing cars most of the day, and then remember I told you I had to put that AC system in my brother's sister's car, so I was over there fucking with that. And she had a leak in her power steering, so that shit was just getting everywhere, man. Because the pump was right under the power steering pump. So it was just a pain, but we good now. It's done. I finished it.
That's what's up, man. How's work been other than that?
It's been good, man. I can't complain. And I just had a dude call me right as I was walking in the house looking for a job. So I'm going to meet up with him Monday, and maybe I'll have a driver soon. You kind of chill out a little bit.
Yeah.
I've been going nonstop for like 3-4 months now. So I'm ready for a break from work for sure.
All right, well, everybody's excited to see 703. W's in the chat for my bro, man.
Yeah. My bad, I'm late again, guys.
Man, he was texting me. He was panicking.
Oh, yeah. You know, I got to communicate. I got to let you know what's going on, man.
Yeah.
Got to.
Back to the topic, because I keep getting interrupted by stuff. But back to the topic.
What we talking about?
We're talking about a long, ongoing debate that has even happened within my... Why do I keep hearing an iPhone go off?
It's my community. Phone. It's my phone going crazy over here.
No, all good, man. All good. Bob Gnarly. All good. If you don't know, dude, then yeah, do your research. I would say this. Do your research on Wilson. That's his foundation strain.
Oh, shit. We talking about that guy?
Yeah, I mean, he asked the question about him, and I kind of went and jumped down his back because of the way the question was positioned.
You know what's funny about that? Because I was kind of listening in while I was waiting to get home. And I seen that there was somebody in here that thought that as long as it was selected, that it's going to serve the purpose that they was trying to use it for. But like, just because it's a good specimen for what he did with it, don't mean it'll be something that will reach your desired goals. And I think that's what was kind of the breakdown at that point. I was trying to tell him in the chat, but
this is why that's not even realistic. As a breeder, we have different skill levels. How am I to determine what the fuck you do, what you're capable of, what you have done based on your skill set? To say, oh, thanks, here, I'm going to use it now. Like, that don't even make sense. You don't even know what you're doing. So how you going to determine what the hell somebody else doing and take that work to make something out of it based on what they've done? That makes no sense at all. It's not even realistic. Like, first of all, the most important thing is to learn this shit yourself. Just like, bro, asked the question about another breeder based on skill set. You can answer that question if you just get the base knowledge and then go look at the breeder. Do your research on his first strain. Do your research on the next strain. And it's easy.
More importantly, look at what it did when it hit F2.
Yeah.
That the numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. I mean, shout out to him. No hate for me on that, whatever, but like that's not my style of doing things.
Yeah, I try not to get too personal with it. I definitely don't want to talk about nobody that I don't deal with or I don't know. So yeah, ultimately, indica versus sativa. That was the conversation. That's the debate many years. And somebody mentioned a point that I think is super Observer always on point.
Yeah, my dog.
Exactly. So Observer kind of hit the nail on the head. Well, I believe, and what I've always believed is that indica versus sativa is a bunch of bro knowledge that really made it simple to pass information off to the uneducated, right? I think this is the birth of bro knowledge. And I think indica versus sativa was a bunch of bro knowledge. I think it's way more to that. Just like Observer said, it's in the morphology, it's in the cannabinoids. We can't really determine, indica makes you feel this way, and sativa makes you full of energy and
creative. You know what I find funny these days is most people are like, oh, I like indica, but 90% of the strains that are on the consumer market are hybrids. It's not like you're getting a pure sativa or a pure indica typically, you know? Everything's so hybridized now.
Damn. It finally ended, y'all.
What?
My first can.
Oh, man.
Damn. First can, man. That lasted a long time. That lasted like 4 months.
Dude, it might have been longer than that. I remember when you first got that torch.
Damn. You feel me?
Yeah.
Come with a refill, dog.
Hey, yeah. So news for me this week. Check this out. Y'all probably ain't never seen this side of the house, but over in, hold on, that corner there, I done cleaned it out. That's where the grow tent fitting to be at. Right there. So I'm kind of excited about that. Get going back indoor here soon. Looking forward to being able to put a camera over there and when we're live, maybe even do a live update for the community, you know. So it's gonna be a good time.
Woohoo!
Oh, hey, I think you might have overdid it there, dog.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, we back.
Yeah. Hey, don't turn it up that high, my dog.
No, it's like that shit. When you first attach a new one, that should be having gas blasting out all over the place.
Yeah. Oh, mine does it too when I refill it. I bet you to do it right now if I tried. I just refilled it yesterday. Nope. I'm not over full. Hey, you see that though? It's much more manageable what I got going there.
Sheesh.
Much more manageable. You know what? Since we got the torches out, you know what? It's time to take dabs with the peoples. I'll be right back.
Damn, that shit made me hot, dude. Woo! Yeah, man. Shout out to the stream, man. Yeah, I have always started that debate within my classrooms of indica versus sativa, man. Is it a real thing? Is it? Does it all boil down to cannabinoids?
For me, I think it's region of origin more so than anything.
Okay. So you said region of origin.
Yeah.
Elaborate.
So, like, from what I've seen, a lot of the sativas come closer to the equator. So the ones that were created in that area lean towards the sativa genetics. And then, like, you got your Asia strands where you're like your Hindus and your Afghan and all that. That's in like a mountainous different region. So it's all about climate.
I like that. I like that take. 703 said that he believes the origins have a lot to do with its wild type. It's wild type. Yeah, I believe. The whole chemical makeup and breakdown has to do with the wild type. So, Homie Grows Syndicate had a good question. When will we know if we got accepted in Breeder University? Breaking news. Everyone in QCE Podcast is automatically accepted, dude. You guys are automatically accepted. Your applications have already been considered. Unless it's somebody like old boy, you know that I gotta really, because it's not even.
Hey, no, especially old boy. Come over here. Let me teach you something, bro. Let me teach you something. For real.
But this the thing. Me being a teacher for so long, I understand students. And I know what it looks like of a student that's very enthusiastic and driven and got the burning desire to learn something he wants to learn versus somebody who just wants to come through and make the crowd think that they know something. It's a difference. And when you got somebody like that.
But when you got somebody in the room that knows what they're talking about, you can't do that. You can't do that. Especially around here. Not on my watch.
But they don't know that. They don't know that. You got to understand that a lot of these fake breeders and pollen chuckers have made brands, made money, and relied on the lack of education. They relied on.
Hey, you know what, though? That's the number one sign of a pollen chucker. Breeding to make money. As soon as you know that, I mean, the community might call them breeders. That's not what I'm calling them.
It's lack of education. You don't know. They don't know. They don't have the education to instantly. So what they do, they feel like a new grower, and I've seen this when I first came in this community, it was everywhere. And it's a lot less now. But what they do is they target new people who they feel like don't know a lot. They throw these big words, they throw this knowledge in front of you that they think
RBX7, RBX7.
Yeah, exactly. F5 and all of this shit. They used to put it on packs until I started putting out classes and educating people to question why it was on a pack, what it meant, then they stopped. You don't see it as much as you used to.
Yeah. But I don't even know that that's true. I just feel like the people who do that stay out of our lane, so we don't see it as much as usual. What do y'all think, chat? Y'all still see that around in the community?
What is the thing? They target new people, and this is why you got to. I always tell my people to take offense to it because they rely on your lack of education, so they want you to be stupid. They want you to not know breeding. They want you to, because they don't know much breeding, but they don't need to know a lot if you know none, right? And if you know none, then they can just say something that sounds cool, and it makes you want to buy seeds from them.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy about that? I was victim to that when I first joined the community. Before I joined the team, I spent a lot of money in the wrong places. I got a whole box of seeds that I probably never get popped because of it. Because I know how much work, if I do find fire in there, how much work I'm gonna have to do to stabilize it because they didn't. And I don't have time for it. Why would I start off on the wrong foot when I could start off on the right foot?
Craft Organic said there is a separate market for IBL. I mean, that's you can look at it that way. You can look at it like in dog breeding. Purebred dogs are dogs who are bred for specific traits and purpose. People buy dogs that are bred well to perform a certain task, a certain job. So when you want a dog to perform a certain job, you need to go to a good breeder. Boom. That's one side of it. On the other side, You got people who just love dogs, right?
Yeah, they just want to pet. They just want to pet.
They'll sleep in the cage with it. They'll sleep in the bed with it. They go to the pound, the other side, the pound where there's no traits, there's no stabilization. It's just a whole bunch of random mutts and polyhybrids. And they don't care because they don't have purpose. They don't have a job for the dog. The dog doesn't have a job. Its only job is to be there and to be a family pet. So, yeah, you do got two sides to it. One side don't care about the actual traits and the specific tasks that the dog was bred to do. So they will accept any mixed breed or mutt, as we call it. While on the other side, you got people who actually take the shit seriously and care about the product and care about the results and want to have the best of the best. So they do the research and they focus strictly on good breeders only. Breeder cut F6 clone seen 1,200 for one plant.
That's crazy. Because I was asking if they see it around in the community. So there's probably an answer to that. But that's crazy. 1,200 for one plant is crazy. That's just a money grab, though.
Here's the thing. In the real world, and when I say real world, I mean like in the consumer market. This is what you're right. This is where I dropped the mic though. In the real consumer market, nobody buys mutts.
Damn. He said,
hey, we can end the stream right now. I'm done.
He said we can end it right now.
Nobody buys mutts, bro. How many people you know is coming with $1,000 to say, hey, I'm looking to buy a mixed dog? No. They go to the pound and they want that shit free. Free.
Or they rescue it.
Yeah, it is a different market. It's a free market. That means this shit is so fucking trash that I'm not giving you nothing. And even if I do accept the fee, we're going to call it a rehoming fee because truthfully, my product is so trash that I can't even accept money for it. It's not even stable enough for me to accept money. So I have to call it a rehoming fee and make justification and justify this $300 I'm about to get for this mutt that I'm going to sell. Because in the real world, people don't pay money for mutts. People only pay thousands and thousands of dollars for well-bred, purebred working dogs bred by a good breeder. So that's your other side to it, man.
Yeah.
If you want bullshit, Herm genetics, you shouldn't have to pay for it. But somebody like you may be interested in still growing it and smoking it. That's cool. That's your other market. You are the other market. Don't pay for it, though. Don't spend your money.
Don't spend your money.
Offer a rehoming fee because you're going to rehome the unstable genetics to your place. So tell them, listen, because I'm helping you and rehoming your trash, I'm adopting it. I'm gonna need a rehoming fee. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Just know both markets. Understand that, yeah, that's true. There's more than one market, but understand both markets.
Yeah. And the signs of what puts you in the other market. You know, once you're educated enough, you can make the right choices to avoid most unwanted issues.
Much love, Observer. Hey, I'm going to tell you a secret, Observer. The game has been changing for a long time. A huge red flag is fear of education. You're going to see and notice as education continues to take over, people are feared. They express their fear of this education. They don't like the change. They don't know if they fit into this huge world of education. So they try to combat it by continuing to put out the bro knowledge that they was raised on. That shit's dead, bro. Let it go. Let it go, bro. There's no more bro knowledge, bro. It's done. You don't have to try to debate science. You don't have to try to just get down or lay down. Join Breeder University and become what you've always wanted to be. Legit.
Yeah.
Legit. We'll give you a certificate too.
I seen something. They said very few heirloom seeds in the industry, and that's very true. You don't see very many like pure older strains like your land races, your wild types. But we all know the answer as to why that is. It's because as soon as somebody gets it, they want to bounce it to this and bounce it to that. Preservation should be a very, very big part of breeding in my mind. Like you have to want to keep it the way it is so people 20, 30 years from now can enjoy the same stuff.
Kurt, such a huge point, and I think your point is overlooked, right? It's such a huge point. Think about it for a second. If you want to do it right. Think about not only the benefits of doing it right, but the fact that it's always been done wrong. So be the very few that come to do it the right way. Be the few that change the game. Y'all got to be the ones that change the game. I can give you the information to do it, but you got to do it. You got to change the game. So understanding that not only is wanting to do it and doing it right super important, but
shout out. Yeah. New member, appreciate you, gang.
Much love, homie Grows. Yeah, not only is doing it and doing it right important, but knowing that you are the minority when you do it right. When you do it right and you study and you take your time and you do it slow and you don't make the money, and you are the minority, bro. But understand that as long as you move with your community, move with your like-minded tribe, then y'all will be the community. Y'all will grow, and y'all will be the only option left. You will be the community. And then the pollen chuckers will eventually have to come to you for education. You will set the standard. You'll create a new standard, a new high horse, a new pedestal that needs to be in place in this community. It's going to take time. Double A!
Yeah, shout out to you, gang.
Homie Grows, welcome to the gang, man. Welcome to Team Zaza. We appreciate you rocking with us, and make sure you join or sign up to Breeder University. I'm giving myself 30 days student orientation, man. Much faster than I expected.
Hey, while you're signing up for Breeder U, make sure you join the Discord if you're not already on there, because that's where all of the technical solutions to anything you might run into will be there. We're in there every night. Make sure you guys are good, whether it's growing or it's getting through the BU class, any of that, we're there for you.
How about this? And we still doing the news, right? How many of y'all want to stick around for a sneak peek?
Shout out to you, gang. Super chat. Let's go. Yes.
That's a funny name.
Hey, Paul. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Thank you for the support. Big shout out from the East Side, Charlotte. Love seeing you. Hold on. What happened?
Hold on. I thought
love seeing you got this going. Much love. Thank you for your support. Let me tell you, I used to live in Charlotte. I'm well tapped into that area, man. So listen, hit me up, man. We could definitely. My little cousin is a huge influencer out there in videography, photography. He does a little management, content creation. He does a bunch of stuff. He got a podcast. He just got a weed little store open. My big bro is his plug. So yeah, man, let's connect. Who the heck? Why is my text going off so much?
Hey.
Let's connect, man. Connect will be behind the scenes, man. You might know my little cousin, but I used to live in Charlotte, man. Charlotte is a beautiful place. It's a little tricky, but definitely tricky. Much love for the super chat, man. Thank you, man. And welcome to Team Zaza, homie Grows. So this is what I was saying. We're gonna finish the news. How many people want to see a sneak peek of Breeder University Cult 101, man? The first official course. Who want to see a sneak peek? If you want to see a sneak peek, let me know. We're going to run through the news, and we're going to do a sneak peek of Breeder University. If you put up BU in the chat, if I get at least 10 BUs, then we'll do your sneak peek of Breeder University, man. The classes, man.
Yeah. And let me tell you, I'm taking the classes personally myself right now. I'm just getting familiar with the course and kind of like the school atmosphere, you know, because it's legit school. And you're gonna learn stuff. But man, it's been so fun so far, to be honest. I'm a week ahead of where I should be. Like I can't put it down. Once the new content comes out, pause. I'm trying to get right through everything I can.
We got a couple. BU.
Oh yeah, we I think we got 10. Yeah, we got 10.
We're doing a giveaway too. I'm back. I feel like I missed you guys too much. We're doing a giveaway today. We definitely will be giving out some Molotov Mac.
Molotov Mac for the Ooh.
Your boy looks like Big Tony. Who? Big Tony. Who is this?
Hey, yo, he said up there you missed it. He said you used to stay with him.
Big Tony.
Look.
Yeah, no, because when he said Big Tony, that's my best friend. That's why I'm like, Big Tony, that's my best friend. So now we talk about somebody who knows me personally.
Yeah.
I'm like Big Tony.
He said, look at the chat. He said right earlier. He said, used to stay with me and put crying emojis.
Where? Who is this? Used to stay with me. Ben. What's your name, bro? Who is this? Used to stay with me. Couldn't have been too many people.
Hey, that's your folks or not, man. Who knows?
Bend over.
Yo, pause, man. You just call him Ben, man. That's it.
The only person I used to stay with was
it says Nick.
My best friend and
Nick. It says Nick.
Nick. Oh, that's my dog. Oh shit. Nick the Trick. What up, bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my brother right there, man. That's my brother. That's why I'm like, come on, bro. It got to be some. You're absolutely right. But even then, when I stay with, I'm over here telling him I used to live in Charlotte, but that's when I stayed with him. We moved from New Jersey. We went down, and I need a place to stay until we found a place. Or was it because I was kicked out? You got to remind me, Nick. My girl might have kicked me out, and I went over there. Either one of those things.
Either way, you was in Charlotte.
Yeah, but either way, whether it was coming from Jersey to move or being kicked out, I know. I met Nick through my best friend Ant. So of course, yeah, it makes sense now, man. You know what I think about? So what I think about
he said your girl whooped your ass.
Okay. So it was that. So yeah, I knew it was probably something related to that. That was a long.
Hey, we was just talking about that yesterday, though.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah.
I was literally on the phone talking about that shit yesterday.
Yeah, good to see you, bro. Miss you, love you, man. Hope everything is good, man. You always doing good. You always. I mean, ever since I know you, you've done well. So, good to see you, man. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, and every time I think about you, I think about
oh shit. Story time with Zah. Here we go.
Nah, because when I was staying over there, he had this computer, right? And y'all know me. I'm like with computers and shit. So he had like a simple problem, right? His computer wasn't working. He's like, man, my shit's done. It's fucked up. I'm like, yeah, I'll take a look at it. But I don't think he took me seriously because the way I look, me and him had just really kind of met, and over the couple weeks, and he's like, nah, man, you fuck out of here. You don't know what you're doing, man. And I'm like, nah, bro, that's what that's what I do. And so I check the computer out, boom, 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 boom. Something simple. He had like maintenance issues. He had to like clean out temporary file, a whole bunch of bullshit. Real easy. And I'm like, dude, you had like 6 gigabytes of this and da-da-da. He's like, gigabytes? What the fuck? He's like, yo, what the fuck did you just say?
He said them Rams and gigs.
He's like, yo. And ever since then, he be trolling me like, man, the gigabyte dude, man. He never could. He had the Rams and the gigs. He could not believe that shit came out my mouth the way I look, man. And he used to tease me about it. Pause. That was a pause.
Yo.
Yeah, that'll get you. I'll do it to you anytime. All right, so we're gonna check out Breeder University. We're gonna check Breeder University out. Let's look at it now, and we'll get into the news after.
Hell yeah. Breaking news. This just in. Breeders University. Sneak peek. Let's go. Were you going to screen share it?
Yeah. So, mind you, this is a shell. So, all the aesthetics and videos and stuff are not there. You know, I'm still building it out. This is your welcome page, right? You'll have a welcome video and stuff like that, but
hey, you know, I still haven't seen it on the computer. I only been on the phone app.
This is your welcome page for Breeder University, right? Real simple. Your welcome page will get you right to your first week syllabus.
Hey, yo, new members. Shout out to you, gang.
Much love, PNW Home Grower. Thank you for joining the chat, man. Thank you for joining the team, man. Welcome to Team Zaza, gang. Thank you for your support, man. This is I'm gonna show you a little bit of the first course.
Hey, pull up week 1 discussion and let the chat kind of chime in on what the team was getting into.
That's what we're gonna do. So, Breeder University. This is a general syllabus for your Cult 101 or Cultivation 101. Weekly overview. You got week 1, germination. Week 2, seedling care. Week 3, history of cannabis. Week 4, cannabis law and ethics. Week 5, vegetative growth and plant development. Week 6, nutrients, feeding schedules and deficiencies. Week 7, lighting, environment, and climate control. Week 8, final project, course wrap up. Each week will contain a lesson, a discussion, an essay assignment, and a quiz. This is only your first course of 8 weeks. So this is a real college course, college-like course. This is no seed club. This is the real deal, man. So if we were to get into the dashboard, you'll see Cultivation 101. You'll also see Gene 101, which is your breeding track. You got your growing track. You got your breeding track. Your breeding track, not done yet. I'm still working on it.
You can't fail. You can't fail, Kurt. But it's all untimed. You can use your notes. You know, if you're unsure, you can. You know what I mean? Like, so if you do fail,
no. Hold on. You could definitely fail. You could.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
I'm like you can definitely fail.
But
this is
but if you do fail, it's for effort because you got all your tools right there in front of you. Is what I was getting at.
Well, you have a grade system. So if you follow my mouse here, you'll see grades, right? These are all your current students. These are Team Zaza who are taking your course right now. They are running through the course. They are in week 2 tomorrow. Today is the final day for week 1. If you haven't got your essays in, if you haven't got your quiz in, today you have till 11:59.
Hey, I'm gonna need an extension because we're gonna be live till then. I got mine done.
Everybody else, understand that if you don't, you will be docked. 20 points for your weekly essay. You see, across, you got all your grades. At the end, you'll have your final grade totaling up so far. For instance, Amitabha, 100% grade, 99.33% in assignments, and we also take attendance as well. 703, since he's up here, let's look at his grade.
Hey, I don't know if y'all can see it, but the essay's right there. It's already written. I just ain't turned it in yet. So you know
far,
it ain't bullshit. It's right there. Writing essays.
This week, 703 is at 100.71%. A plus in his grades. Roll call attendance, 100%. Week 2, seedling stage and early growth management. Looks like a discussion. He earned some extra credit for week 2 discussion.
Posting pictures.
1 germination.
Extra credit for posting pictures this week.
Week 2 quiz, he already finished. Got 1 answer wrong out of 10.
Yep.
And then week 1.
Hey, y'all want to know what the answer was, man? It was about humidity too, and I knew the answer. I just clicked the wrong shit. It made me so mad. Like, I was in Discord with them as I was doing it. As soon as I submitted it, I was like, "Oh man, did I do that?" Yep, it happened. But fortunately, there was a chance for me to make that credit up with extra credit on the next.
So I'll show you guys modules. Each week you will have a module. Week summary. Each module will contain a week summary, giving you a heads up of the week.
Kurt said it's so cool, and your dog can't eat it.
Week 1 materials, germination techniques. You have your course materials. For instance, you click on it, and it's going to pull up. It's going to pull up a Seed Germination 101 with Zaza.
So it's still on the screen you were on.
Yeah, that's fine.
But it does pop up YouTube videos. And all your materials right there. You got literature, all kinds of stuff, man.
So these are your course materials simply for that week. So did I close out the
you closed the stream. I really like to see what some of the chat perspective would have been on this week's discussion. But if they're going to be in the class,
we can open up a discussion topic. I'm gonna just go through and show you guys how a typical week runs. So, like I said, course materials. You also got an article here, a scholarly article. Each week comes with a scholarly article, 2 videos, and a PDF for your course materials. We have a weekly experiment, optional. I'll show you this as well.
You talking about that little simulator, man? That thing was cool as shit. Where you change the temperature and all that.
Yeah,
I really like that thing, man.
That was a lab, but you got like, this is experiment for the week. Seed germination experiment where you can watch through jars. You know, it's giving you step-by-step instructions. That's optional with extra credit. Sorry, I keep closing it. Oh, gosh. All right, so what was we at? Course materials. Let's go back. And this is the teacher view. Your view will be a little bit different. Let me go on your view, actually. Let's switch to student view. So your view will look like this. And that was your week 1 course materials. Then we'll go into, this is your discussion post. Each week contains a weekly discussion to encourage class participation. This is where your class environment really takes place, right? This is where you meet your other students. This is where you engage. Each week, you'll have a weekly discussion. For this weekly discussion, there's an initial topic. Each week, you have until Wednesday, 11:59 to post your weekly initial topic prompt.
Your
right?
response to the discussion.
You have Wednesday to post your initial topic. Then you have to reply to 2 of your student peers by Sunday. So in this case, for example, the initial discussion prompt is share your go-to germination method for cannabis seeds. Do you use paper towel method, starter plugs, direct sowing, or something else? Describe the exact steps you follow, including how you prep your seeds, manage moisture, and monitor temperature. There's also a mini assignment. Attach a photo or diagram of your germination setup. List pros, cons, blah, blah, blah. So you would just simply respond. SK, Strain Keepers, set it off, and he posted 703 came with a response, and we can extend all here, expand all the thread, and you can just see all of the replies and responses. And this is just week 1, so you can kind of have an idea of how engagement is going to take place, right? This is just simply first week.
And that's only a couple of us right now. The more people in there, the more it's going to be active too.
That's what I'm saying. If you don't post by Wednesday for this initial topic, your points for the discussion will be cut in half. If you don't post by Sunday, 2 replies and your initial topic, you'll get 0. If you don't do your essay, you'll get 0. If you don't complete your quiz, you'll get 0 points.
You have to write the essay before on Word or Pages or whatever application you can, and then you got to upload it. You can do it through your phone. If you need help with that, that's something we can take care of. Like after the stream, we'll talk about it.
Before Earth, I'm so surprised at that question, but we won't get into it in front of the camera. It's just really not worth it to get into there in front of the camera. But if you guys are going to sign up for Breeder University, this is why there's an application process, because I don't have time to waste. Like, I'm sitting here building curriculums from scratch. And if you got people who are not going to take it seriously, who are not going to apply themselves, who are not going to appreciate the content that I'm building, the fact that I'm creating a private online school, then I don't want you in the school. I just want this to be good energy. I'm building a real school. We doing all the legal shit this week. So this is not a joke. Like, this is not something you just lollygag around. Yo, what y'all doing? This is not no recreational shit. Either you want to come here for the education and you're going to take it seriously, or I'm going to remove you and I won't accept your application. Simple as that. Week 1 essay. Each week comes with an essay worth 20 points. In this week, germination reflection is the essay in 300 to 500 words, reflecting your germination process. What method did you use and why? What challenges or successes did you experience? You need to use APA formatting. In this case, New Times Roman 12-point font, double line spacing, submitted in PDF, Word document, whatever. However, APA or MLA citation styles are required for any sources that you cite. They must be cited APA style. For instance, my brother King Mike had a really good essay, rocked the essay from top to bottom, but didn't cite his resources properly. So he lost a couple points for that. Other than that, he still got an A on his paper. You have a real rubric here, 20 points for excellent, basically saying that you fully met all requirements, expectations with clear reflection, proper formatting, and correct use of APA citations. Thoughtful, well-organized, and free of major errors. All essays need to be like that each week. This is not a joke. I'm in college full time, and this is how you think I'm able to build this, because I mimic what I do each week at real online college. So the same thing that they require from me is the same thing that will be required from you as a student in Breeder University. And we'll go back to our last for the week is your weekly quiz. Your weekly quiz. Worth 10 points. You'll have 10 questions, 8 multiple choice.
It's nine multiple choice, ain't it? And then one like you gotta type in an answer.
Week 2 breed. Oh no, week 2. I don't know. Breeding had a couple more, but it's like 7 multiple choice, 2 true or false, and then 1 short answer essay question for each week. All questions will be relative to your course material for that week. And that is
access denied. That week's over, bro.
Yeah, well, no, that's because I was in
for the student view.
I'm gonna
hey, that's what happens if you don't take it serious, though. Y'all just got.
No, I'm gonna show you what happens if you don't take my class seriously. We're gonna go to grades, and I showed you what happens if you do take it seriously. You can see Brady. I'm sorry. You can see.
Yeah, me. Yeah, that's cool.
You can see 703, 100 plus 71%, going over and beyond A+ in the grade. And then you see other students with a 54.5. That's an F. But it makes sense because the same student wasn't aware of how you even do your essay. So how could he possibly have a good grade in the class? Not to point you out, but to point you out. Because you didn't know. So
he said I'm not saying, but I'm saying, you know.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure we answered your question properly since you weren't aware of how you do it. But you signed up to be a teacher, an instructor. You signed up to be an instructor. We could assume that application is denied. Not all applications will be approved, man. Whether you applying to be an instructor or a student. Some applications may be denied as an instructor and approved as a student. Some may be denied as a student and told to turn around and, not accepted. So everybody won't be accepted, but majority of you will. And everybody in Team Zaza,
speaking of how to submit it, did you just get one submitted?
Get one? What? Who?
An essay.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Did I submit an essay?
No, did you just get one that was submitted on the school?
Oh, let's see.
Because I did it right on the phone that fast. Let
me see. So that would be to my to-do list down here. My to-do list is typically lets me know if I need to grade something. So grade week 1 essay, germination reflection, grade week 2 essay. I got 2 week 2 essays.
It would be a week 1 for me.
I got a germination lab too, which technically I'm not going to count because we removed the simulation, but we'll look at this essay. This is from 703. As you can see, it shows him online with a dot. He's looking for 20 points for his essay.
I ain't going to get 20 points. I ain't cited, and I don't think I got the right format, but I did the best I could. I got to figure out this formatting still.
All right, and we'll get into that. I'll typically, this type of essay, I'll typically speed grade it. I'll typically speed grade it, but his, for some reason, doesn't have a speed grader. I don't know why. But anyway, I'll grade this later. But this is Breeding University, man. We want to see you here. We want to see you apply. We love to have you as a part.
Hey, speaking of applying, the link's pinned on the screen if anybody wanted it.
Thank you, Bearded. And that's just week 1, man. You got 8 weeks just to start with. So while you guys, that's why I said, I think I'm going to be able to open up in less than 30 days orientation for the new students. Because, you guys got 8. I built enough courses, enough modules to buy myself 8 weeks at least of time to build more courses and modules while you guys are working on these, and I'll be grading and all of that. But if you are a Team Zaza member who is currently taking the course as a test, you need to have all your work submitted in today, Sunday. You got about 90 minutes. 94 minutes to be exact.
94 minutes.
You got 94 minutes. If you do not submit your essay within 94 minutes, if you do not submit your quiz within 94 minutes, you will get 0 points for the week, and your grade will drop dramatically. You will be playing catch up for the rest of the modules. You will be trying to figure out how to get some extra credit, how to make up. And that's not the position you want to be in. You want to be in a position like Amitabha, who is one of our star students. I'm going to just show you one more thing about Breeder University. I'm going to show you one more thing that I probably think nobody really knew. Well, the people who are active.
Hey, and while he's opening this up, everybody remember to smash the like button. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. It really helps us bring these videos to y'all, and we appreciate y'all coming to the show every week.
So, shout out to 420 Scene. Applied to be an instructor. Much love to him. He did not make orientation. Orientation ended tonight, about an hour ago. So, much love to him. I will remove him from the course, though. And he can apply as a student if he still wants to participate. That's one of your YouTubers, 420 Scenes. We also have a lot of other instructors that are applying that you guys will be excited to see. Shout out to Cannabis. Luke also applied to be a student. I tried to encourage him to be an instructor, but he applied to be a student. These are all my current test students right now. We got a list of test students right now. And what I wanted to show you is that each test student, it shows 703 up here at the top. And it shows total activity. So I can see everything.
Oh, I took total activity.
I can see everything.
Hey, let me see the screen. What is that? Pull it back up.
Your total activity is 2 hours, 25 minutes, and 32 seconds. If we click on you, it'll pull up your grade, 100% plus 71. It'll also pull up each assignment and how you would grade it.
Yeah.
You can see roll call attendance, 100%. And it's going to grade you down at the bottom, rate you. I didn't rate you. My system rated you automatically. My system came back and told me 3 stars out of 3 for participation, 3 stars out of 3 for page views. So the reason why I mention it to you is don't think that you can get over on my system and be super smart and use AI or whatever, because it's going to tell me that you have 0 page views, low count for page views, but you have good grades. So when I see that, I see that somehow he's getting the information without using the course content. He's not going through the pages. So that leads me to believe he's either getting the information from somebody or something.
Yeah. Yeah, all the answers are in the pages too. So like if you really want to learn something here, you just look at the content. We put it there for you guys for a reason. You know? When
you see 3 out of 3 stars for participation and 3 out of 3 stars for page views, then you can automatically know that 703 is using the course content to get the answers for his material. He's using the course materials to get the answer for his modules, rather. So that's huge as well. Don't think you can cheat the system. Everybody's going to give you different.
And why would you want to? There's no point to doing this if you don't want to learn.
You got a student here who signed up, but unfortunately has low page views and no participation. With it being already Sunday, we can assume that he will not have time in the next hour and a half to complete all that work.
I mean, 90 minutes is a little bit of time. If you're in here listening and that's you, it's not even 90 minutes no more. 89 minutes. The clock's ticking. it really, man, like I'm learning, but this has also been a really fun experience. So, like, if you take the time to enjoy what we're trying to bring to you here, then you shouldn't be having any issues getting through. It's literally like not that much work. I mean, what to say? I've done 2 weeks of work, right? And I got how many hours invested?
3. 2 hour. 2 hours 25 minutes.
Yeah, 2.5 hours. Like, you can find that in your day. If you want to sign up, sign up. But please be active because I need people to talk to in these discussions. And I got the people I talk to that are in there right now already, but it would be nice to have more. So I'm looking forward to y'all joining. So, how many of the news articles? I was late. How many we already get through? What else we got in the news, huh?
Give me a second. I'm just texting my fault, y'all.
Yo, Nathan been going crazy all day about this fishing. He texted me, he said, "Is there any way we go tonight?" And then I didn't respond. And he said, "Father." You want to do that night fishing so bad. So what's everybody smoking on in the chat? It's a good time to light up. Roll up if you haven't already. Looking forward to hearing what you guys are smoking on tonight. I've been kind of boring here recently. I probably was smoking the same thing last time I'm smoking right now. So it's always cool to see what flavors y'all are hitting on in the chat.
All right, cool, gang. So that is Breeder University, man. Shout out to all the test students, all the team Zaza that's rocking it. Ami Tabai with 99.33% A plus. Dabs. Shout out to Dabs, 0%. B4 Earth, 54%. That's an F. Gold Bear Genetics, 100%. A plus as expected. Jimmy Grotron, 0%. King Mike, 97.86% A plus. Good job, man. Miller, 100%.
Yeah.
Great. Shout out to you, man. Good job. Owner, 0%. You don't got much time, man. Panero, 98.46% A plus. SK, 100%. As expected. Much love, man. Thank you for your support. And that is it, man. Much love to the team and the test students, man. We're looking to have student orientation.
It's happy.
Within 30 days or less. I'm hoping. I'm assuming 30 days. 30 days. So look forward to breeder orientation, man. Hope you guys enjoyed that little preview of Breeder University. Hope you enjoyed it. Other than that, back in the cannabis news. Maryland Equity Office and Cannabis Community Fund rollout. Maryland's plan to use cannabis tax revenue for local community programs faces a series of setbacks from its equity office. The Community Reinvestment and Repair Fund was established by Maryland state lawmakers in 2022. The fund allocates 35% of tax revenue from cannabis sales in Maryland for counties to spend on programs serving low-income communities. Counties receive the funds based on the proportion of cannabis possession charges in the jurisdiction relative to the total statewide number from 2002 to 2023. A spokeswoman for the Maryland Office of Social Equity, which was established in 2023 to manage CRRF, told Spotlight in Maryland that less than 1% of the fund has been spent by counties. So basically, Maryland had plans to use tax revenue from weed in order to help build up the ghetto or low-income areas. But the fund itself says that we ain't got it.
The fund says they ain't got it. So what, are they not donating or I guess funneling the money or what?
$451,785 across 2 jurisdictions. Interesting, man. It's always interesting.
So are they saying they have a surplus of money that's not being used, or that the money's not there for them to use? I didn't understand what they were saying, but do I have bad service? Are you froze?
No, I keep texting. People are bothering me, getting on my nerves, so I just keep texting. But that I was just showing pistols. Hope I have a bail to get some mature seeds, man. Hopefully you will.
So were they saying that they don't have the money or they're not spending the money?
Yeah, basically they're not spending it. They
I wonder why they wouldn't spend it. That don't make no sense.
I don't know, man. Maryland launched recreational sales in 2023. Did they got recreational sales?
Yeah.
2023. OSA did not respond to questions about why.
Yeah, Maryland got all kinds of dispensaries, bro. They're all over the place. Good weed too. I mean, it's dispo weed. It's not better than what I grow in my tent, but it's not bad to smoke. You know, if you buy the right brands. And the only problem I have with it, man, and it's like this almost everywhere I've ever been. You don't get to really like look at the weed before you buy it. Like you're looking at a picture. But I haven't been to a lot of places. That's how it is here. Like in Maryland, if you go there, it's basically you go to a tablet, you order off the menu on the tablet, then you go stand in line and wait for them to pick your order, and they only accept cash, no credit cards.
They got some of the weirdest laws. I don't know what's up with cannabis in your state, man.
Well, that's Maryland. That's the next state over.
Oh, yeah, Maryland.
But like, I mean, I don't know. It's weird around here. I guess it's still in its infancy, right? So like, I don't know. You can't expect much from them because they don't really know what the fuck they're doing yet. They're just trying to figure it out. All they know is they want to sell weed. That's typically what it takes to get a dispensary. That and an investor, right? He said, "Yeah, I wish I could smell before I buy, but in Cali, it's all Mylar bags." Yeah, see, so that's kind of how it is here too. I mean, you get the occasional jar or whatever. Got to be good to your bud tender, and some will let you see it at least. Yeah, I'm where I'm at, bro, John. So like, if I go to Maryland, they keep it all in the back room. It comes out of the back room in a stapled bag that you're not supposed to open while you're there. You know what I mean? It's got a receipt and your order written on it, and it's all in that bag. And then that's how they hand it to you, and then they want your money. So you don't even get to look at the weed. It's crazy. It's different everywhere though. I mean, I've been to Michigan where it's kind of a lot more loose. Like they'll let you smell the jar. They got it in big jars in Michigan. Um, you can kind of see it before you buy it, and then like Colorado, I don't really remember how that was. I remember I wasn't like getting to look at all the weed, and you had to like wait in the lobby and then get buzzed in, and then basically just kind of walked around instead of the tablet. Kind of how it is in Maryland. So like I don't know. It's been different everywhere I've been. Each state has their own way of doing it, and I mean, although I don't like to smoke dispo weed as much as I like to smoke home grow, like I'm always excited to go into a dispo and be able to like legally buy weed. Because I remember a time when that wasn't the case.
Yeah, man. The laws in did the whole DMV a little.
It's wonky, man. DMV is wonky for sure.
All right, study shows Colorado marijuana products are overstating THC potency, with researchers citing possible lab fraud. Approximately 70% of the labels reported THC percentages more than 15% higher than what was quantified through the lab. Cannabis flower sold in Colorado claims to contain much more THC than it actually does. Wow. THC is a psychoactive compound that is derived in the cannabis flower, commonly referred to as bud, is heated through smoking or cooking. Accurate THC reporting is a linchpin for medical patients, recreational consumers, and the overall integrity of cannabis industry. Medical and recreational flower is generally the same. The difference is in testing requirements, price, taxes, and purchase limits. Misleading potency information can disrupt medical dosages, misguide recreational users, and erode trust in the thriving industry. Dang. 70% of labels are boosted up. That's wild, man.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't surprise me though with the consumer being so heavily driven by that number, making them feel like they're gonna get more high off that number. And I mean, and that's not really, in my opinion, that's not really how it works. It depends the different compounds that are in the plant and how they react with your body. So, like one thing that might get me super stoned might not be it for you per se. You know what I mean? Like, because all of our receptors are different. I don't think it's about the THC so much as all the other stuff in conjunction with the THC. I think they all play their very important part. So you could be 38%, but smoke some 14% that gets you just as in the air. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy to think about, though. Everybody's chasing that number.
Yeah, because it's a combination of cannabinoids, man. It's not just THC that, I mean, it is the psychoactive, but it's like
it's a piece of the puzzle. That's it. You know what I mean?
Creates an ultimate effect. So,
like, I don't know. I just feel like the consumer in general, like the average weed smoker, they go and they're like, oh, I want 40% THC. And that might not be it for them. Like, and doesn't, and just like you said, 70% are lying on the things anyways. So how do you know what it is for real? Are you just paying for the number? You buying the top shelf just for a number? Or, I mean, who knows?
Interesting. Yeah, I agree, man. I think the people are so focused on THC that it's a red flag that they don't know much about weed in general. And I think people, the dispensary seen so many people over time come in, yo, what's the highest THC? What's the highest THC? That all they had to do was make a label with the THC being higher, and then
you can sell mediocre weed for higher prices. The only thing higher is the price.
my question is, what happens now that they find out there has been fraud? Now what? Are they all forced to stop operating, or are they what? They forced to change the numbers?
No, that's a good question, but I mean, how do you answer that at this point? Though I mean, there's no precedent, right? Like we ain't seen this before, so this is like uncharted territory. What would you think should happen though?
I think it's really not a big deal, man. I think when we as home growers, being the essence of it all and the foundation of it all, we don't got all that information. Shit. And
I mean, and if you did think about it, who does that fall back on? Does that fall back on the lab for altering the paperwork, or the customer for asking them to alter the paperwork? You know what I mean?
I don't think the customer asked them for it.
Why would they lie about it then? Why would they risk their whole shit to lie about it?
The customer is the one that's being manipulated.
Yeah, I'm talking about the dispo, not the customer. The dispo that sent it off to get tested, or the lab. Who gets in trouble there? Because the dispo's the one that had the product or whatever, you know what I mean? And they sold the product. So are they liable for selling it with a bad number on it? Is the lab liable for putting a bad number on it? That's what I'm asking. Like who are you mad at in that situation? If you're mad.
Hmm.
Yeah, MGM is supposed to give money to the schools. So you're saying they don't do that similar to that weed money? Observer says the lab's responsible. I say both out. I don't think there's an innocent party in that situation, but it's not on me to decide. That's just my opinion. But I don't feel like that happens without the dispo asking for it, because the lab wouldn't jeopardize nothing, and there had to be some kind of kickback for them to jeopardize it. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it. How's it benefit the lab? You know what I mean? It's kind of where I'm at with it, but I don't know.
Yeah, man. All right, let's move on. Move on. Criminal networks continue to thrive in Oklahoma's marijuana industry as lawmakers weigh new measures. Oklahoma got a lot of shit going on when it comes to weed all the time. Shawnee County Sheriff have been getting anonymous calls about marijuana farm near Marmarick for years. Men patrolling with assault rifles, a man chasing a naked woman with a machete, a terrified worker who fled a farm to a nearby house. So Varno was glad when the Drug Enforcement Agency shut down the operation, which was located at a former horse racing track in January 2023. Agents seized over 17,000 marijuana plants from the 5 warehouses, 45,000 in cash and a pistol. They arrested the manager of the farm, who has pled guilty to federal conspiracy charges of the broader investigation of Chinese money laundering group according to court documents.
Yo, that's crazy. You said chasing a woman down the road with a machete, bro, and just kept reading like that wasn't like the highlight of what I was going here. I was like, what the? I went on a little tangent. But I went off wide and to the right there for a second. That's all I could think about is some chick running down the road getting chased by a machete. Fuck. Sounds like a bad horror movie.
Mm.
And that's somebody's reality, which makes it real crazy.
They arrested the manager of the farm, seized over 17,000 marijuana plants from 5 warehouses, 45,000 in cash, and a pistol. Jubing Lin, who's pleaded guilty to federal conspiracy charges and a broader investigation of a Chinese money laundering group, according to court documents. Barnell's relief was short-lived. Days after the raid, deputies noticed men at the farm disassembling warehouses and setting them up at another grow site for miles down the road. As the buildings are disappearing here, the same buildings are going up at another location. Sheesh.
It's crazy, man.
Damn.
California's wild, though, bro.
That's Oklahoma, though.
That's Oklahoma?
Yeah, that's like the Wild West, man. They on some, it's like the Wild West, man. They turning this weed shit into like the damn
old Smokelahoma.
Sheesh. They turning this weed shit into some other shit.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, but it was always that. It just wasn't openly known, you know? It was always that, though. Now it's just legal.
All right, moving on. In world news, you want to watch a video? Let's watch a video of some world news real quick. We're going to react to this together. Let's react to this world news, man. I don't know what it is. It's breaking news. It just came up on my shit, dog.
Breaking news.
World news, man. Y'all hear it?
Nope.
Say no?
No, I can't hear it. Can y'all hear it, chat?
I think I got to share the entire thing. Hold on. All right, now you should be able to hear it.
Well, I can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
Nah, I can't hear it.
Whatever. What is wrong? This is so stupid with this stupid window shit. Screen share. Oh, maybe I got to do the tab. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got to do the tab. That's my fault. All right. I want you to do the whole tab. All right.
Turning now overseas, Paris and much of France remains on edge following 3 nights of violent and destructive protests sparked by the deadly police shooting of a 17-year-old boy during a traffic stop. President Emmanuel Macron called the killing inexcusable, and the officer is facing a preliminary charge of voluntary homicide. About 40,000 police officers are now on patrol across France.
Damn, my dog. They got riots going on in France right now. 17-year-old shot. Officer charged with murder, as he should have been. More than likely. I mean, I don't know the whole story, but that's still fucked up either way. I can't get down with that. Cop shot a 17-year-old during traffic stop. Kid had just started living his life. That ain't cool.
Yeah, man. So that is some of the world news, man. Which headline shocked y'all the most, man? Which news story shocked y'all the most, man? It gotta be this protest. All right.
Yeah. Absolutely, that's it. I mean, the running down the road with the fucking machete was crazy, though. That's a runner-up for sure. But the fucking protest shit, the 17-year-old getting killed, cop getting charged with murder. I mean, that checks. That just hits on so many different levels, you know?
What's your top strain, favorite strain so far 2025? Drop your favorite strain in the chat.
Favorite strain in the chat.
25.
Fuck, I've been smoking so much different, like, over the last few months. My most recent favorite smoke. Might have been the Super Booth I had recently. I like the Super Booth. Not a new strain, but one I like very much. To smoke, specifically.
Let me see what we got here. Big surprise. Is that a strain?
What is it?
Oh, nobody answered the question.
Good question.
All right, so Leafly chose top 100 strains. They originally published the list in 2015, and it's changed a lot since. The list has rotated through at least 50 strains to reflect current taste and trends in weed this year. We're taking it up to 11 with a new batch of classics, and we say goodbye to some as well.
Rainbow Belts.
Say hello to Biscotti, Rainbow Belts, Motor Breath, White Rhino.
White Rhino? I wonder, is that the old White Rhino that's back around?
I don't know. Papaya Punch, MK Ultra, Animal Cookies, Khalifa Kush, Watermelon Skittles, Ghost Train Haze, and Pennywise. So yeah, I'm imagining, because I mean some of those names are old.
Yeah. Ghost Train Haze. I see a lot of Skittles nowadays. I see papayas on the list. Speaking of papaya, I got papaya.
I can get you skunk number one, Observer. You need skunk. If you need skunk what, I can get you that. I don't know if that's what you talk about. Yeah. It says we say goodbye to G13, F Gooey, Romulan, OG, KB, Gorilla Cookies, Banana Punch, XJ13, Apple Jacks, Red Congolese, Jelly Bean, and Alaskan Thunderfuck.
Romulan saying goodbye. Romulan was on a run. I feel like I heard Romulan a lot around the community. Everybody's Romulan crossing this, Romulan crossing that.
Says carrying the mantle of the old staples into the next generation of newer classics like Biscotti, Rainbow Belts, Motor Breath, and White Rhino. And some oldies but goodies not previously on the list include MK Ultra, Ghost Train Haze, and Pennywise. We also updated some of our cookies and punches with Animal Cookies and Papaya Punch, as well as newer OG Khalifa Kush and Watermelon Skittles. Is just as tasty as its name suggests.
Watermelon Skittles sounds crazy. I just had a Skittles Starburst cross. It was called Pink Starburst. That was pretty good too. It's good weed. Skittles has got a good flavor. It's very, very distinct when you smoke something with a good Skittles flavor too.
Although most of them are classics, a lot of strains we say goodbye to just aren't that popular anymore. We're seeing F Gooey, Romulan, G13 or Jelly Bean on many dispensary shelves lately. We haven't seen it. And while some others have famous descendants or crosses and love or hate them, it's been a while since we've seen any Alaskan Thunderfuck.
I
That was
used
the
to,
name.
I
That was
used
the
to
name.
like ATF. ATF is good weed.
Yeah, that was the name you used to see when I first came in the community. It was, you used to see that a lot. Original Glue, number 100. Damn. Number 100 on the list. We going up this list.
Girl
We ain't
Scout
doing all
cookies.
100, man. We going down, man. Pause.
Yeah.
We going down to number 100. Let's see. Are we saying that Ghost Train Haze is number 1?
Hell no. If they are, that's not a credible site.
That's what it wasn't the one that
Ghost Train was on. That might be the number 1 we're saying goodbye to, because that was on the list to say goodbye to's.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
And it was the Zookies, San Fernando Valley, OG, Pennywise. Yeah, these are all. No, these are.
I mean, San Fernando Valley is an old one. It's a Temple Kush. Is that what that's it?
Gosh, why this site is so finicky.
It's glitchy.
Triangle Kush, Banana Kush, Gelinade. Maybe that is number 1 up top. It says 100. Original Glue. What y'all think, chat? Y'all think Original Glue or Ghost Train Haze is number 1? Ghost Train Haze was the one I bought from Lit, and that shit, I needed to return that shit. It tastes like fucking chemical dirt.
You say chemical dirt?
Shit,
Chill, my dog.
that shit was disgusting. I returned that shit. You ever returned some weed before? That shit was so trash. So I don't know if it was just the breeder or the grower or whatever the fuck, but that shit was terrible.
Spicy.
All right, Girl Scout cookies. Yeah, this got to be number. So cookies is real. Oh, hold on. What happened to? All right, so number 1, Original Glue. Kim's Sister Sour Dove and Chocolate Diesel. Known for its potency and ability to glue you to the couch. Original Glue, better known as Gorilla Glue or GG4. How many of y'all like GG4, man? Y'all like GG4? Wedding Cake, yeah, these got to be number 1. Wedding Cake, super terpy, man.
Yeah, but it's one of them ones that's overdone, man. And not all wedding cake is equal. If you get a good grown wedding cake, it's great. But
Girl Scout cookies.
A lot of it's mids these days. Fucking straight mid.
I heard burner stores is being shut down.
What?
Yeah, that new stuff we did with they was taking all of this THC shit.
That's crazy to think about. I feel like that's like such a big brand. It would be hard for.
So they closed 2 of them so far. Los Angeles store closure, Cookies Retail Marijuana Store, and Melrose. And that's the heart of LA, man. That's like.
Why are they closing? Running out of money or what?
The laws messing up their money. I still say that article we did where they are removing, they're banning all THC derived products. Anything that's made from
it was hemp derived though.
Yeah, that's the same thing. That's how they call it, but it's the same shit. Hemp, THC seed. They just
So
say-
he's not on the regulated side. Is that what you're saying? Because it was only the non-regulated shit they was talking about, like the deltas from that article.
Let's see. While some locations have closed, it does appear that all Barnes cookie stores are being shut down. The company is repositioning and focusing on new opportunities alongside existing locations. All his stores are being shut down.
Dude, that's crazy. Why? We can't hear it. What's he talking about?
Shut up. Yeah, man.
What was he talking about? We couldn't hear it.
No, that was he was talking about a store being looted on Melrose, the Melrose store being looted.
Damn. So, would you ask AI why they're closing?
Some cookie stores are facing closure and legal disputes, primarily related to their cannabis dispensaries, but not all of the stores are being shut down. Inability to reach new terms with landlords. The Los Angeles dispensary, for example, closed due to the company's inability to negotiate new terms with the building's landlord. Highly competitive market landscape in Santa Ana. The closure of cookie store may be due to the competitive cannabis market. Legal challenges. Cookies face several lawsuits. Financial difficulties and allegations of mismanagement. Some investor groups have claimed that Cookies burned through large sums of money and missed financial targets.
Yeah, that's crazy. He just fucked around and fucked up a bag.
Man, he just about to relocate the bag. That's it. He taking his money out of this and putting it in something else. That's all. So
Well, I mean, you got to figure that was going to happen, right? No matter what, there's going to be a high end market, but he was well above the high end market with his target audience, I guess. Like he was trying to sell $120 ace at one point, I think. That's insane.
Kurt said he growing some super silver haze. Let's do a giveaway, man. We're gonna give away a pack of Molotov Mac to one lucky winner.
Oh yeah. What word you gonna have him put in?
I think I'm gonna auction off a controller AI too, man. Y'all want an AI controller auction? Get rid of that thing, auction that thing off, man. You have to be on Instagram for that though. I think we're gonna do it sometime this week, maybe, or next week. I don't know. We'll see. I'm so busy with the Brady University. I got classes to finish. I got shit to do. So yeah. I think we're gonna raffle that off maybe tomorrow. If y'all want that AI controller. Let's do who want to win a little gas can full of seeds, man?
A little gas can full of seeds. It's crazy.
You gonna go out with 703s ordered in Panero. That's the last two I got. I got SK and Homeboy from Canada, who always get his stuff taken. I got them out the other day or yesterday, Monday, whenever Monday was. Y'all, I'm gonna get out tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that'll be it, man. That'll be it. So whoever wins this giveaway tonight will be shipped out tomorrow with 703's order. And
what's the word you want to type in?
BU.
BU. BU in the chat. I'm gonna put the music on for him.
I'm on a hunt for the best, won't rest. Teams eyes in the lab, no flex, just reps. Breeding with ethics, not random mess. You with us, so you ain't get left like the rest.
Yeah.
Moment of silence.
That must be acting up this evening.
For the fuck boys who thought they could test, yeah. Moment of silence.
See you in the chat.
For the ones who fake flex and left the game a mess.
Be
Every
right
seed
back.
got a story, every cross got a plan. We ain't guessing in the garden. We command the land, Pheno hunted through the mud with the nose and the eye. Not every plant makes the cut, and that's why we fly. This ain't pollen in the wind, this is legacy craft. This that late night note taking, do the math. From the roots to the fruit, we define what's next. So if they ain't about the ethics, then they getting on a hunt for the best, won't rest. Teams eyes in the lab, no flex, just reps. Breeding with ethics, not random mess. You with us or you ain't get left like the rest. Moment of silence. For the fuck boys who thought they could test. They drop packs with no purpose, sell dreams to the sheep, but we swim in the deep where the cut game steep. Talking terps, structure, resistance and truth. We build lines for the future. They just chase youth, clout don't cut clones, hype don't pop beans. Only discipline and grind grow kings and queens. So salute to the real in the room with the light, and a warning to the loud. We the storm in the night. No shortcuts, no skips, no mast. Only passion, patience, and task. So if you see teams eyes on the tag, just know it's real gas in that bag. I'm on a hunt for the best, won't rest. Teams eyes in the lab, no flex, just reps. Breeding with ethics, not random mess. You with us or you ain't get left like the rest. Moment of silence. For the fuck boys who thought they could test.
Who ready to go to college, man?
Some build it, some fake it. But Team Zaza, we breed.
Who ready to go to college, man? Breeding University on its way, man. Damn, we only got 15 people. How many people in the chat? 30 people. Who wants this one?
I'm on a hunt for the best, won't rest. Teams eyes in the lab, no flex, just reps. Breeding with ethics, not random mess. You with us so you ain't get left like the rest. Moment of silence. For the fuck boys who thought they could test, yeah. Moment of silence. For the ones who fake flex and left the game a mess. Every seed got a story, every cross got a plan. We ain't guessing in the garden, we command the land. Pheno hunted through the mud with the nose and the eye. Not every plant makes the cut, and that's why we fly. This ain't pollen in the wind, this is legacy craft. This that late night note taking, do the math. From the roots to the fruit, we define what's next. So if they ain't about the ethics, then they getting on a hunt for the best, won't rest. Teams eyes in the lab, no flex, just reps. Breeding with ethics, not random mess. You with us or you ain't get left like the rest. Moment of silence. For the fuck boys who thought they could test. They drop packs with no purpose, sell dreams to the sheep, but we swim in the deep where the cut game steep. Talking terps, structure, resistance and truth. We build lines for the future. They just chase youth, clout don't cut clones, hype don't pop beans. Only discipline and grind grow kings and queens. So salute to the real in the room with the light, and a warning to the loud. We the storm in the night. No shortcuts, no skips, no mast. Only passion, patience, and task. So if you see teams eyes on the tag, just know it's real gas in that bag. I'm on a hunt for the best, won't rest. Teams eyes in the lab, no flex, just reps. Breeding with ethics, not random mess. You with us or you ain't get left like the rest. Moment of silence. For the fuck boys who thought they could test. Legacy for everybody. Some build it, some fake it. But Team Zaza, we breed.
All right, I'm back.
All right, we got 15, y'all.
We're gonna run it.
Yep. Let's run it with the 15, man. $16. Good luck. If somebody gonna win a pack of Molotov, Matt?
Yo, that's lit, man.
Molotov, Matt. Good luck. Tara.
Yeah, shout out to you.
Congratulations, Tara.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
Let me see. Let me pull up the Discord, see what we got popping over there.
Discord, we got some weekly highlights. I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm gonna look. I haven't been on here since last week, so anything new will show up highlighted.
And we got Panero dropping up.
That look like White Pirate. It is White Pirate. Oh, I must have been looking at White Pirate somewhere. Let's see. We got any more White Pirate in here? 21 days ago. Let's see. I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, we got Panero.
You got some highlights you want to showcase, man? You got some grows you want to showcase, posting in the community. Highlights of the Discord, man, the QCE community highlight section. Or you can post the indoor grows or outdoor grows. We got some indoor grow stuff here. Also from Panero. That was last week. We got the same grow.
Let's see. For 20 Scene posted something yesterday. We got 420 Scene posted Black Cherry Bliss.
What, in community?
It's an indoor grows.
Oh, indoor grows.
We got 2 new in community too. I don't know if that's as of right this second.
Or maybe I'll be going in the wrong direction. Oh, I'll be going in the wrong direction.
We got breeder question.
420 scene with the little plants coming through.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. I guess he's trying to find his way into trying to check the temperature of the Discord, see what's going on. But I mean, if my boy want to join as a student to Breeder University, we got him. Shout out to 420 scene, man. Huge YouTube following.
Yeah.
Grow Lord.
Yo. He said Grow Lord. That's a pause.
Those plants look
Seen
good.
again. That's nice now.
Yeah, those plants look good.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's real nice.
Sheesh. Damn.
Yeah, he did his thing right there.
5 Skin. This is the one. Just started frosting up, so I had to give it a pinch and sniff. The elusive lemon gas stank. This F1 has it. And most importantly, it doesn't have the duckfoot leaves. The F2s probably will. But this has number one, the terps I was after, stolen from the duckfoot mutant, and number 2, regular leaves. This is what I need to find more of in this hunt. There you go.
Hey, that's well thought out. My man got purpose. Shout out to you, gang.
That's the way to do it. And then he got some pollen. Okay. A little bit goes a long way. And who is this? 5 Skin as well. Showing the females look like he ready to pollinate. Stretch is done. Time to crank the lights. Guess he means turn them up.
Yeah,
Raise them.
hit a little.
Raising them or turning them up. I don't know.
I think he's turning them up.
My brother Mozart, aka Amitabha, with the sharp grow.
Yeah, his setup's just clean, man. He's got a pretty nice setup. I like the leaves.
That's a Gobi right there. I can tell that's a Gobi. I got that same one. Gobi is a good, if you want a budget, you maybe can't afford the AC Infinity controls, all this stuff, go get you a Gobi, man, from Amazon. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, some different models, man. But Gobi is gonna give you all the little human monitors and shit for the cheap, but they good, top quality, give you all the shit you need, temperature and humidity. Excuse me. And then you can follow it on Wi-Fi and stuff like that. Some of them got Wi-Fi, so but they good, man. Good price. Banana butter pie.
Shout out, Mr. Swickle Dabs. Thanks for joining. Dabs, my brother. Thanks for joining.
Dabs, what up, Dabs?
What is this? Did it have a description?
Banana butter pie.
Okay.
Barf breath.
Whoa, that sounds crazy. I wonder, do you got vomit terps?
John getting the conversation, part of the conversation in the room. Make sure y'all join the conversation in Discord. And you may not be the type to be comfortable jumping in the voice channel, but we are welcoming, please, we want you to join in the voice channel. We're usually right here in the Discord, BU Smoke Lounge. Always catch us in the BU Smoke Lounge, which is a voice channel. We'll all be hanging out in there. But if you just like to come in and have conversations via text like John is here, come join the conversation, man. Different things going on in different rooms, man. So at the end of the day, it's a community and everybody, we want to feel welcome. Somebody says, here's a pretty interesting journal article. Whole genome sequencing of cannabis and gene mapping using Cumulus Luculus as a standard.
What we got going on here?
Let's check this article out. Let's see.
Hey, shout out to whoever that is for throwing that in the chat. I always like to look at some new material. Let's see what it's all about.
Yeah, he left a link for a scholarly article, so I'm always inclined to I'm hungry.
Oh shit, you just reminded me. I'm fitting that DoorDash.
Around this time.
I'm fitting the door. Hey, you might as well just order right now.
I got a cheesesteak. I forgot.
Oh, from Philly?
Nah.
Oh.
Little deal I got from the pizza place. Large scale whole genome resequencing unravels domestication history of cannabis sativa. All right, let's look at the abstract. And this is how when you're dealing with scholarly articles, typically they always start with an abstract, kind of giving you an idea of what to look for. Then they'll come with an introduction. But cannabis sativa has long been an important source of fiber extracted from hemp in both medical and recreational drug based on cannabinoid compounds. Here, we investigate its poorly known domestication history using whole genome resequencing of 110 accessions from worldwide origins. We show that C. sativa was first domesticated in early Neolithic times in East Asia, and that all current hemp and drug cultivars diverged from an ancestral currently represented by furrow plants and land races in China. We identified candidate gene associated with trait differentiating hemp and drug cultivars, including branching pattern and cellulose lignin biosynthesis. We also found evidence for loss of function of genes involved in the synthesis of the two major biochemically completed cannabinoids during selection for increased fiber production or psychoactive properties. Basically, they're saying that when they focused on selecting for one, the other one was not. I mean, we know that to be due to inheritable traits and how they are not linked together. We also found evidence for loss of function of genes involved in the synthesis of the two major biochemically competing cannabinoids. I'm assuming, I don't know. We'll have to keep reading. During selection for increased fiber production, or exactly. So I know THC for psychoactive, but what cannabinoid would they be using for hemp and fiber production? I was thinking
CBD, maybe.
That's what I was thinking at first, but that don't make sense. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. We'll have to keep reading. Our results provide a unique global view of the domestication of sativa and offer a valuable genomic resources for ongoing functional and molecular breeding research. So, off top, there's a key word in there that's huge that we kind of brushed over earlier. We kind of had this topic earlier when we read the news article about indica and sativa. This scholarly article, based strictly on science, is only referring to weed in general as
indica sativa.
C. sativa. So,
yeah, not indica. My bad.
Yeah, domestication of C. sativa. They just referring to weed as C. sativa. So think about that when you are doing your research and trying to come up with a hypothesis and form a educated guess on whether or not indica and sativa is really a thing, or is it mainly based on cannabinoids. All right, and this is a really pretty lengthy article. Of course, it's a scholarly article, so there's going to be a lot of information in here. Excuse me,
my
man.
bad, I'm yawning, man.
It's addictive. So I don't know if I got you on it. I might have did that to you. Pause.
Pause, man. Crazy word.
Analysis. Population structure. Contrary to what I expected view with cannabis. The strong selection likely exerted on cannabis through its long domestication process is expected to substantially affect the effective population size of the existing genetic clusters. To address this issue, we estimated NE using the pairwise. NE being the population size. To address this issue, we estimated the population size using the pairwise sequentially Markovian coalescent PSMC method. Damn. The PSMC method, and found that all 4 groups exhibited similar demographic trajectories. All right, blah, blah, blah. So that's not something we're going to read here on this thing, but eventually, if you want, you can take a look at this article as well. It's here in the Discord. And let me know what you think in the chat about this article. What did you come up with? That's a project. That's a group project, QCE group project for all y'all that's present in the chat. Your homework is to visit the, what page is this? Content review ideas?
Is that what page it was?
How do we get in here?
I don't know. I was just following your lead, brother. I got nothing on that one.
Town 5 Skunk put up something that said, oh, what the hell? This is an Instagram post. Today's cannabis lesson via.
Hey, are y'all just getting to the giveaway, Kurt and Tula? Man,
Yo, listen, remember, if you won that Molotov Mac, email giveaways email address.
Yeah.
Email that, man. Don't DM me.
I think a couple people aren't live. A couple people are just now putting BU in the chat. The ads put them, because when I was watching earlier, the ads put me behind as well. So you gotta make sure you're currently live sometimes like this.
Good job. Y'all missed. Oh, that was
11:34 is showing in the chat for me. I don't know.
Hey, I'm trying to observe and say, yo, man, you stuck in the past, dude. All right, so I'm sorry you missed it, man. If you want, we'll give you 50% off. Everybody here knows they get 50% off anyway on genetics on the website. So QCE is the code, 50% off, man. You can still buy it if you want to get 50% off. Today's cannabis history lesson via, as David used to say, yes, autos are derived from cannabis sativa. When the Soviet fell, there was no money in the government's budget to fund agricultural preservation. Institutions like the Volovi Institute, a repository that maintained and reproduced a large collection of hemp. Populations historically collected in the Soviet Union from Russia to Siberia and beyond. David understood how important the repository was to the species. So he, oh gosh. Damn. All right. So he reached into his own pocket and provided $50,000 to the institute over 2 years to ensure a hemp program.
Yo, that's wild.
Of germplasm. He asked nothing in return. He simply saw it as his duty to make an altruistic donation to ensure the safety of continuity of this rare collection. In return, to show their gratitude for his selfless generosity. The director of the institute offered David access to anything he wanted from the hemp collection. David accepted the kind offer and requested access to the two most northern populations collected in the Soviet Union, number 315 and 313. David grew those two populations collected in Siberia. Think about it. Siberia. We know that population to be the exact population that created the autoflower or ruderalis.
Yep.
Because of that environment. So we can assume that 313 and 315 are autoflowers, just based on the fact that they're growing in Siberia. So let's take, or did they say he was growing them in Siberia? Let's look. So David grew those two populations collected in Siberia 100 kilometers apart. At Horta Farm the following year, it realized they were so identical phenotypically, they must be the same thing. So he open pollinated and interbred them, naming the resulting seed lot 314. .314 went off to Finland under the care of Jace Calloway, and after rounds of selection, .314 went on to become known as Finola. Some years joint, Dr. Sasha's father was growing some hemp not far from their flower patch. And in the following years, these little shorties started appearing from the seeds. Sasha selected from these plants a lowrider was born. Lowrider was born. The rest is history. Yes, the autoflowering allele was derived from Cannabis sativa. Hemp, not ruderalis. All right, so I was interested in this. Now I can't, as a scientist, as an educator, I can't. As a regular person, my first thought is to just be like, nah, that's some bullshit. As an educator, I have to always leave room for possibility. So even though I know what I know, and from my understanding of the facts, autoflower, what I know to be the facts, autoflower is ruderalis. So it's almost like he's saying that ruderalis and autoflower are two different things. The autoflowering allele was derived from Cannabis sativa. So ruderalis was derived from Cannabis sativa.
Yeah, it was an evolution over time because of that cold, harsh climate.
Ruderalis is the autoflowering trait. So ruderalis is the inheritable trait. Ruderalis is the this is ruderalis's autoflower is the same. The trait is ruderalis. The trait is autoflower. Autoflower is just a better way to say it. It's more easier to understand and deliver, right?
That's a term the community came up with, right? Autoflower.
I mean, it describes the trait of ruderalis to automatically flower out. Ruderalis has a trait that it automatically flowers out. So they call it autoflower. Autoflower is not actually a strain. It refers to the trait. Ruderalis was developed naturally from sativa, Cannabis sativa, or the first ever. It was developed to autoflower naturally, like 703 said, because of the harsh climate. I'm just trying to pick up what he's putting down here. What he's saying is, yes, the autoflowering allele was derived from Cannabis sativa. Hemp not ruderalis, as most mistakenly.
That don't sound right.
It just
The way he's wording it, it almost sounds like he's saying ruderalis isn't the autoflower. Like, I don't know. I'd have done the article.
that's what I'm saying. Language is very tricky too. So you got Kurt in the chat using the word hemp. That's confusing. Like, we don't use that. When you say hemp, what do you mean? What's hemp to you? Like, I don't know. Like, we don't really use that word. Hemp is like weed that don't have no psychoactive properties.
It's like
so you
CBD,
can make
like a CBD plant.
I wouldn't. So let's not. All right, let's find a definition of hemp because I don't want to say the wrong thing, and it's more than just what I described it to be. Let's ask AI for a general. What is hemp? Hemp is a versatile plant that belongs to the cannabis sativa species. It is grown specifically for industrial or medicinal use and is not psychoactive. Okay, so I was right. Like his cousin Merle. All right, so I was correct. So hemp is the non-psychoactive version of weed. The question that 703 posed was, does that mean it's a CBD plant? Let's ask that question to the chat.
Let's see what the AI.
All right. Well, common uses: fiber, seeds, oil, and CBD. So there go your question and answer.
Yeah, there it is, right there.
So it can be a variety.
And I know back in the day they used to use hemp for rope too, like they would make rope out of hemp. Like hemp has had some pretty big uses over the years, prior to like the reefer madness.
You gotta figure, Kurt. Ruderalis already had a rough time developing over time, but it created resistance to the harsh environment.
It had no choice. It evolved to it, basically, right?
It created an ability to automatically flower because of the harsh environment. With that being said, it suffered still because of that transition, that evolution process. It suffered other traits like frostiness and terpenes and potency, so it suffered. So I can understand where his question is like, I thought it was, so let's not necessarily, but ruderalis itself does lack the psychoactive. It's there though. It's just not as potent as like photoperiod. Or let's ask a simple question: origin of the autoflower. No, let's say, yeah, right. That's because that's what he said. He said autoflower does not come from. What did he say?
Yeah, but you might want to specify cannabis autoflower.
Nah, my chat knows. My chat know what autoflower is. My chat GBT is like my personal assistant in many ways.
My personal assistant in many ways.
I'm just being a buck. I'm just being a. The origin of autoflower in cannabis traces back to wild cannabis subspecies called ruderalis, native to Central and Eastern Europe, Russia, and parts of Asia. What the hell is that? Is it the phone? Cannabis ruderalis naturally evolved to flower based on age, not light cycle. Unlike indica and sativa, which are photoperiod dominant. There you go. Now, that was the correct breakdown. And I'm going to have to say that that Instagram post is incorrect because they're leaving out the fact that we are looking at ruderalis and indica as subspecies of the original ancestor, which was C. sativa. C. sativa evolved into subspecies because of different environments and climates in different places, right? One maintained the photo period aspect and became indica, what we know to be, and one became its own entity and evolved with a whole new way of flowering out based on age and not light cycle. And that was ruderalis because of the light cycle and environment that it was in. Ruderalis plants adapted to harsh climates with short summers by developing a fast life cycle, often 8 to 10 weeks from seed to harvest. You got to understand, auto-flowering plants or ruderalis plants. We could put it like this. Ruderalis is the original state, the ancestor, the original. Autoflower or the hybridized version, where we took some photoperiod strains to enhance but maintain that autoflowering trait.
Ruderalis would be a landrace.
Ruderalis would be considered the wild type or landrace, technically wild type. The wild type, where autoflowers would technically be the hybridized or landrace version, depending on where
situation.
Yeah. In the early 2000s, breeders began crossing ruderalis with high THC indica and sativa strains to combine autoflowering traits with potency and yield. That's what I was just saying. Autoflower is your hybridized version. Ruderalis is your ancestral version, landrace or wild type. So this statement is incorrect when we think in terms of this closing statement that he made, saying that autoflower allele was derived from cannabis sativa. That's impossible, and I'm going to explain to you why that's impossible. Sativa being the origin, the ancestor, the original, came up in Eastern Asia, right? In a different type of climate that was even possible to develop autoflowering trait. The autoflowering trait or ruderalis that we know it to be developed in Siberia. So if your statement was to be true, that would have to say that sativa also would have to have been originated in Siberia in order for autoflowering allele to come from sativa. The autoflowering allele was born in Siberia because of the Siberian environment. That debunks your untrue statement about autoflowers coming from sativa. And the way and this is what I'm saying, they worded so well, they got the background story. This is why you got to be careful with information. See, me, I'm not easily tricked. But this is just bro knowledge that somebody told him and passed on 1 billion times, and then he ended up with it. He positioned it well, made it sound good, and closed off with a statement that said, yes, the autoflowering allele was derived from cannabis sativa hemp, not ruderalis, as most mistakenly believe. That's further from the truth than you can be when it comes to the autoflowering history. That statement is incorrect. And I'll challenge you, Breeding Cannabis, that's your page. I'll challenge you to come on this show and explain, but you can't. I can't even say it like that. We can talk about. Yeah, I just debunked your shit. But if you got other stuff that you think and that you got misinformed, then we can come up here and talk about it as well. But
Hey, I'm willing to talk to anybody about anything, but I ain't gonna listen to no
one
bullshit.
statement that you did make that was correct is that most mistakenly believe, you included.
Yeah, chill, my dog.
That's about the only thing that I took for face value in this entire post was most mistakenly believe, and that would be you, because you passing off bad information, unfortunately, and it causes other people as well to mistakenly believe, especially when you got it sounding so good with the whole little.
I mean, you
history
you plant that seed. You plant that
got a nice
seed.
little history lesson, and then he just. The history lesson was nice. I liked it. It taught me some things that I didn't know about the 314 and the 350. That was all good information. Could be. I got to fact check it, of course, but I'm assuming it was all good information. And then you close it out with this misinformation. Like you just So we want to always make sure information is good. So when I first started growing, I heard autos were crossed with ruderalis when I thought otherwise from Todd McCormick. No, autoflowers are ruderalis. Autoflowers are the hybridized version. Autoflowers are what we did to enhance the special, unique property of ruderalis. Ruderalis had this special, unique property that indica and sativa didn't have. Ruderalis had the ability, just like a human, it had a birth date and it had a death date, just like a human. It wasn't the same as photo and auto, but we wanted to utilize in
really what it is, you want to pull that one trait and bring it to that other plant so you can, like, for the most part, right? Ain't that what you're trying to do? You're just trying to pull that one auto trait.
Well, we want to keep the auto flowering trait, but we want to enhance yield and potency. I mean, that's pretty much it. The flavor and all of that stuff was there, but because of the environment, the harsh environment, it didn't evolve into something that was super potent with high THC and big yields. That wasn't the primary function. The primary function and the main trait and objective was to survive this harsh climate, something that a indica and sativa photo period would never do. You would never be able to grow any of those in a Siberian climate because they would die. So it's give and take, right? Yeah, they sacrifice some potency and yield for the ability to survive this climate. So we wanted to just take that unique trait, which is very rare, and we wanted to make it so that it's potent and yield. So when we think in terms of what Kurt was mentioning, you had it almost correct, but autoflower is the hybridized version of ruderalis being crossed with photo period, indica, and sativa to create better ruderalis.
Somebody asked, what about fast flower?
Oh,
it's a half-finished project, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, fast flowering is photo periods that have been crossed with autoflowers to be not necessarily bred in one direction or the other. If you breed towards photo period, it'll become a photo period. If you breed towards autoflower, it'll become an autoflower. If you stay somewhere in the middle, it will stay somewhere in the middle. It'll give you similar speed of autoflowering traits with photo period, light cycle type shit like that. So that's what it is. It's not necessarily like 703 said, it's typically an unfinished product. All right, we'll answer the last couple questions. What's the difference? You gotta let it go, bro. I don't know how many times I can break down the same shit, bro.
Hold on, where we at? Jimmy, shout out to you, gang. Thanks for joining.
You saying you heard autos were crossed with ruderalis, dude? An auto is a ruderalis, dude. Autos were crossed. Ruderalis was crossed with photo periods to create autoflowers. Autoflowers are the current hybridized version. Ruderalis is the original ancestral state in the original ancestral version. I don't know how else to explain that, but we're gonna move on.
I think he's following. He said he got you.
Okay. Much love. No, he said never mind. He said fuck it. He getting aggravated. I ain't aggravated. He said never mind, man. Fuck this shit. Yeah, because I can't make you get it. Grasp the concept. That's what I'm saying. Y'all hear some shit, and then it happens a lot with bro knowledge. This is the problem with bro knowledge. You get it, and then it sticks in your brain to the point where you want to argue science about it, and you want to keep saying like, "But I heard, but I read, but we just read." You want me to pull a scholarly? We read. We don't heard nothing. I don't take information I heard from somebody else and debate it with information that's legit. It don't work like that. You don't take something you heard and then bring it to a debate. It don't work like that, bro. You got to have real information behind that shit. And that's what I'm saying. It ain't no back and forth. It ain't no debate. It ain't no point for me to keep revisiting it because Jimmy Grow.
Shout out to you, bro. Thanks for the super chat.
Much love, man. Jimmy said, let me reel him in. They got him. Jimmy said, somebody got him. Let me reel him in.
He said he's following. He said he's following you.
Listen, I ain't perfect. I ain't perfect. I'm a work in progress. Much love, Kurt. I get frustrated sometimes. I'm very passionate about this shit. Let me tell you something. I'm a teacher too. So, you know, much love, Kurt, man. I'm passionate about this shit because I want you to get it and I need you to get it. That's the teacher in me. I need you to get it. So in this situation, even if I had to pull you to the side and we give you a one-on-one behind the scenes so that we can make sure that we all on the same page, then that's what we're going to do. I thought cannabis can make anyone open-minded and ready to learn new truth. I was wrong. Yeah, man. I mean, ultimately, no, it's tough when you were taught to believe something, right? But it's one thing for sure, two things for certain. Let me tell you what's different between me and a lot of the people that claim to be teachers or that any information you get from me, whether YouTube video, whether right here, whether live, whether Instagram, don't matter. I always urge you to fact check. Fact check what I'm telling you. Do your research. Use AI, use scholarly articles, come have conversations. Come into the Discord and have conversations with a group of people where several people can tell you, oh, look, this is how it go. Or y'all can all find it together. But ultimately, get it done, man. We get it done together. You joked. Love you, man. Love you too, man. That's why I say, for me, it's important that and you don't even have to be my student. If we intertwine in this educational back and forth, then you become a person of interest to me. It's important for me to fix it into you for you to get to me, you know. So I love you back, brother. I think as a community, we are changing the game and we're gonna have our disagreements, we're gonna have our debates, but that's a part of education as well. Debates, as long as we got the right information accessible, then it's all good. It's always good to have these debates as long as we got the right information accessible to us where we can go and say, all right, we don't agree. Let's look and see what it is.
Hey, read this comment I pinned on the screen.
I'm on your ass.
Pause. Yo, chill, my dog.
I'm on your ass now. Pause.
Yeah.
So is Fanola a hybrid? I see your question. I'm not ignoring you, dude. Fanola, let's go. Let me look that up. I never heard of it, so that's not something I'm familiar with. So I'm not educated on Fanola, but I'm going to look it up and see. What's your question? Is Fanola the hybrid form ruderalis? Fanola, is it Fanola a strain? What is it? Let me look it up. Let me ask AI. I'm assuming it's a strain. Shit, AI even don't know what it is. He gotta look. He like, let me do my research, see what the fuck you talking about. Oh, hemp. Okay, so it's a cultivar of hemp. So that would be a reason why I don't smoke hemp. I don't grow it. I don't make pants and shit like that. I don't make textiles, so I don't deal with hemp strains. I don't breed them. I don't preserve them. I don't know of any strains, so that I wouldn't know. I can't really answer you when it comes to hemp. I'm not educated as far as the strains. So, is Finola the hybrid form of? I really can't pick up on your question, to be honest. Is Finola the hybrid from ruderalis?
I don't know.
Let me look and do research on this Finola. Finola is a low THC, early maturing hemp variety, Cannabis sativa subspecies ruderalis, developed in Finland in the mid 1990s, initially named Fin 314. Now that I've actually heard that name before. It was the first industrial oilseed hemp bred specifically for grain seed instead of fiber. Finola plants are relatively short, making them well suited for mechanized harvesting. Look at that little thing. Recognized by Canada in 1998, it's been widely cultivated in North America for hemp seed production. The seeds yield high-quality cold-pressed oil, rich in essential fatty acids, omega-3, 6s, and 9s, making it popular in nutritional and health foods. All right, so let's see. It doesn't tell much. Let's see. So your question is, I'm going to ask it just like, so is Finola the hybrid from ruderalis? Because I don't know. Yes. Finola is considered a hemp hybrid with strong ruderalis traits. Here's the breakdown. It was developed in Finland from plants believed to have originated in northern Russia or Siberia. We know that, ruderalis. Finola shows typical ruderalis characteristics: short stature, early flowering, and cold tolerance. While it used for industrial purposes, seed oil production, and psychoactive, it likely has some hybrid influence from hemp-type sativa lines to improve. Okay, so absolutely, PNW homegirl. Finola was created by crossing hemp with. So look, boom, you figured it out. Finola is the equivalent of an autoflower, but it's the hemp version, while autoflower is the cannabis version of ruderalis hybridized, right? Think about ancestral type to land race. Ancestral type being its natural state, land race being the hybridized form. Once we go out in the woods and we find it, and we find it wild in the bushes, and we pick it, and then we take it back home, we move it, and then we grow it and put a farm plot, and then we start to grow it, and then we start to use it for what's helpful for us, medicines, It becomes land race, hybridized. We start to mix it with different shit and blah, 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 to make it suit our needs, right? So, same concept when we think of ruderalis to autoflower. Autoflower being the land race hybridized version, the better for us. Ruderalis being its natural state. On the flip side, hemp being the hybrid, well, right? hemp being, all right, so let's say hemp being a photo period, ruderalis being crossed with the hemp hybridized to make finola, which is finola, instead of calling it autoflower, is finola. Finola is the hybridized ruderalis version of hemp. Autoflower is the hybridized ruderalis version of cannabis. Damn, I like that, man.
Hey,
good job. Yo,
yeah.
Each one teach one, man. We learn in class together, man. Yo, everybody clap it up. W's in the chat, man. Clap it up, chat.
Yeah.
Clap it up, chat. W's in the chat, man. Who was that? PNW? Good shit, PNW. And not only PNW, somebody else asked that question too. And I never heard. Tara. Good shit, Tara. Both of y'all was on point. Kurt. Oh, you was on my page. You like, what's finola? Shit.
Yeah.
Me and Kurt was like, man, what the hell is that?
Hey, I didn't have no clue. You see, I did
job,
the three.
man.
I did the 3 L's. Look, listen, and learn.
Y'all
Sit here quiet,
out.
trying to figure it out.
Nah, man. Thank you, PNW. You just closed it out strong. You, Tara. Good job, gang. Y'all all stars for this class, this session. QCE the podcast. Y'all closed it out strong with a question that I know y'all thought I was ignoring y'all, but I wasn't. See, the way my brain works, I saw it. I just didn't. I was talking about something, probably going back and forth. Me and Kurt was fighting. Me and Kurt was squabbling up. And in the midst of that, I was seeing, you fighting and shit, and then you see something in your peripheral, you don't know. You got to wait till you stop. QCE, Kurt, much love, man. Observer, much love, man.
Yeah, shout out to y'all,
man. This was a good one. And it wasn't a good one because it was 70, 80 people. I can get 80. Y'all want me to get 80 people in here? We just got to give away that controller. Watch how many people y'all want to see. Y'all want to do it next week? And then we're going to look at them funny, too. All right, so we know that everybody in here is family. Observer, everybody, Tara, all these people, they family. Unbreakable, Kurt, all these gang ahead. Rasta, man, this all family. PNW, all family in here. Team Zaza in here. Listen, we know the people that's going to be in here. Bob Gnarly each week for the Two-Law, each week for the
John Lindsay.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Right? Unbreakable. We know the gang and the family that's going to be here. Watch if we say we're giving away an AI control for free. All you got to do is be in the chat to run the giveaway. Watch how many people bust out. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do that.
We're going to do it?
We're going to do that, but watch this. This is how we're going to do it. It ain't no scam. What y'all talking about? This is
yeah.
Hey, yo, this is what we're going to do. We're going to tell them. We ain't going to tell them shit. We're going to post a giveaway for next week. Next week, we're giving away this AI controller in this chat. We're giving it away. We was going to auction it, but I got a better plan. We're going to give it away. But small print, we're going to put a flyer out and everything. The small print, the only way you got to qualify is be in last week's show. Bam. That's how we're going to do it. That ain't no scam. This next week, though.
Yeah.
The only way you qualify for this giveaway is going to be small print. You got to be able to have your magnifying glass to catch it, though. That's how they get us. That's not a scam.
Hey,
I'm telling you what it is.
Yo.
I'm telling you what it is. And we said it live. We said it right here for everybody to see. So next week, we're giving away an AI controller, but you got to be in this week's episode to win. All right? And we're going to put it out. I hope to see all of y'all there.
Yo, you hit him with the okie doke on that one.
Hey, y'all think y'all going to rush in this bitch 80 deep and take the AI controller from my gang? Nah, y'all ain't doing that. Y'all ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Nah. We ain't doing that. Y'all only in here because we giving some free shit away. These, I done told these people I ain't giving you shit this week.
Yeah, that's
They
it.
still stayed. This is family right here. I already know who it is. This is QCE. This is the gang. This is the real family, gang. I don't got to give them shit to be here. They know the value in what they are a part of already, because it's not about coming to see me. It's not about coming to see 703. It's about being a part of something that they are part of, something bigger than themselves, and a movement that's going to last a real long time, man. Make sure y'all hug each other, show love, not the type of hug like y'all thinking. Like, you know, like the when you smack them on the back hug, man. Come on, man. You ain't got to, if you want to do that type of hug, we don't judge you.
We don't want to hear about it neither, though.
High five, handshake, hug in the chat, man, because y'all family, man. Y'all definitely my family. I love all y'all. And next week, man, we got a giveaway going. Mr. Despicable Dabs.
Yeah.
Mr. Despicable Dabs in the building. Much love, fam. You got to be in it to win it. Hey, listen, everybody in here going to have a chance to win it. Everybody in here going to have a chance to win it. I just don't think that's fair. But what we will do,
you know what we should do to make it a little more fair, though.
I was about to say, I'm right with you.
This is what we should do.
I'm right with
you. Everybody who leaves a comment on this week's video, not live right now, but goes back and leaves a comment and likes the video, will be eligible to be in it.
No,
so that way, when the people who weren't live that do watch it, they still got a chance.
Now, honestly, how we gonna do it? Listen, next week you got a chance to win the AI controller. We're giving the AI controller away. To win the AI controller, you had to be in this week's episode. That's the only catch. But for all the new people who came to win something and probably won't be here next week, we're gonna let you win a pack as well. So there will be second and third place. You will not have a chance to win that AI controller. Only my family here will. But we are going to give you a pack of seeds, man, you know, for second and third place. So much love to y'all. We hope to see you there. We hope that you think you can win the controller, so you will come. I'll be honest. We want you to we want you to, you'll win seeds regardless. So even if you just come anyway, we love you. Either way, this channel will grow regardless. But we want it to grow at this pace only. We don't want to add a whole bunch of people who looking for something just to be here. We want these people here. More of these people that we know have found a tribe. Y'all are a tribe, dude. Start finding more people who you know need to be a part of your tribe and bring them here. Bring them here, dude. I love all you guys. Make sure to apply to Breeder University. We are scheduled to start new student orientation in less than 30 days. Everybody here, application is approved. All my family, QCE application is approved. That's another advantage. And then I got one more question in the chat that I saw, one more statement that I saw that I want to address.
That's the email right there for the giveaways. Y'all, if y'all won,
thank you
email
for that.
There.
Yeah, if you want that, just that Molotov right here, Kurt, best breeders in the game. Thank you for that comment. But let me tell you something. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not the best breeder in the game. I'm the best breeder in this game, but y'all are here so that I can really make you the best breeder in this game. I'm the best breeder in this game only because there's a lot of lack of knowledge and a lack of skill and a lack of breeder knowledge. But y'all are the ones that will take my place as being the best breeders in the game. You know why? And I'm going to tell you why you'll be better than me, because I don't love the plant like you do, right? I'm a breeder. I love breeding and reproduction more than anything. Like that's more when I say more than anything, I mean as far as all that we talk about and do. I love breeding. That's what I'm skilled at. That's what I teach. That's the reproduction aspect of it. So that goes for plants, animals, bugs, flowers, vegetables. There's no special bias in me for cannabis. It's no different from, it's actually less for me than less important than a dog reproduction for a dog would be, right? Because there's a real life involved. With that being said, for all those who love cannabis, whether you consider yourself a tree hugger or you just love the plant, you love it for medicinal purposes, you love it for recreational, you love it for educational, you love it all around the board, and you want to be a breeder one day, join Breeder University, because I'm going to make you a better cannabis breeder than I am. Because you love the cannabis plant, you love the culture, you love everything about it, and I'm going to give you the skills to become the best breeder at it. So, Kurt, you one day will be the best breeder in the game if you do the 3 L's: look, listen, and learn, man. Just like I had to do to become the teacher that I am, man. Much love, Observer. Much love, Kurt. Much love, John Lindsay. Much love to the chat. Despicable Dabs, man. It's been an awesome show. Anything before we get out of here, 703?
No, just make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel. We look forward to seeing y'all next week. And be good to people and put what you want into the world out, and you might get it back.
That's right. Treat people how you want to be treated, and what you put into the earth definitely comes back, man. None of us are perfect, especially me, but a little bit of empathy goes a long way, man. Kind of put yourself in somebody else's shoes, and it'll help you to remember a time where you too needed help or a handout. So much love to y'all, man. I love you, gang. I got you on the YouTube videos. I've been slacking, man. I've just been building these courses, man. And I've been going to school full-time and working full-time, building a full-time school. So it's just a lot, but I'm trying to fit YouTube in there. The Patreon is revitalized. Do not visit it yet. We got some things to finalize before student orientation. So I will see you guys soon. Make sure you apply to Breeder University. Peak. Cheers for the chat moving so fast. Much love, much love. He said, peace out. Cheers for all the good vibes, everybody. Yeah, catch us next week too, man. Bring your friend too, man. Bring your homie. Somebody gonna win that AC Infinity controller, man. But you got to be here next week, and you got to be here this week, man. So much love. Catch y'all next week. Only 25 of y'all got a chance to win that controller. So make sure you're here next week as well, man. Other than that, I'm out of here, man.
Like, comment, share, subscribe, you heard me?
Yeah, you know it.
Turn up the leaf blower and the lawnmower. You smoke the sour. Should have been a hippie. Should have been a shower. Bread with no dread. Black cop.
Another thing, don't forget to join the Discord.